2 minutes behind. He's got a minute in the overworld.
Hello, hello, hello. Who is this? This is a voice you haven't heard before, I think. Hello, guys. Well, I guess I'll introduce myself. Oh, this camera is a little smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Hi, guys. I'm Jnic. What is up? Good to see you. Hope you all are having a great... there's so many things going on right now. I cannot tell you how difficult it is trying to keep track of everything. But hi, I'm Jnic. I'll be casting everything tonight. So that's going to be great. Hope that it's going to go well. Not going to lie, I'm a little worried about it. But also, it's going to be fine. You know what I mean? So I just to talk a little bit to you guys, I'm filling in for Virtual tonight. Virtual's throat is a little bit sore. We don't want to make it worse. We want him to get back again next week, right? So because of that, I'll be here, and we're gonna have a nice time together. You can spam ! Virtual. Now I am gonna mute the alerts because I can actually hear when you do stuff on my stream. I need to mute that. Give me a second. There you go. Okay, so technical difficulties right now is that I actually cannot get alerts on the stream from Virtual. So I'm gonna read out the alerts anyway, because there's a bunch of things going on here. Thorn with the 6 months, BCP 31 months, JGKF, nice, 6 months of Prime, thank you. Jeremy, the 13 months. Scrappy with a raid of 1,700 people. That's a lot of people, Scrappy. Hello, hello. Hello, Scrappy people. Nice. Alpha Leon, 4 months. Jonas, Kala, Brainlessy, Bruckle, Mac Trick, Rogla, Mr. Funny Man, that dude, Floppy, Dran Juntar. Thank you guys for all the subs and resubs. We have Philip, Ichbin KK, I can't pronounce that name. And we have a couple of bits going on from Philip here and Benny Lonak. Guys, I appreciate it. I cannot possibly read all the names out. It's not possible. But yeah, I'm Jnic. I'm a 26-year-old Danish student, and I stream Trackmania a bunch. You might have seen me. I've streamed with Wirtual as well before, and now he asked me if I wanted to do this for him. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do as good as I can. With that being said, I think we have the 1 second. I think we have the Challenger League going on, so maybe you guys want to watch that. No way! Did you make an ! Jnic in your chat? Holy crap! That's gonna be way too many followers for me tonight. Thank you, Virtual. No, Redsons with the 10 gifted as well. Damn, going out to the community. You love to see it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, guys, don't have to spam ! Jnic. It was there a second ago. Okay, so let's jump into the cast. I think the okay, relax, Virtual. Nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to follow me, feel free to do so. You really don't have to. I stream Trackmania. I have fun with it as just as everybody else does. But hi, good to see you. Now, let's jump into the TMGLC competition. I believe that they're underway. So, with that being said, let's jump into some Trackmania. It should work. If it doesn't, I will scream. I need to turn off the music real quick, because otherwise... Oh, did my game crash? Hello? Guys, there's a chance that my game crashed. No, it didn't. Amazing. Okay. Let me just remove the scripts that aren't necessary. And the match is starting. I cannot see anything, though. Very interesting. This is... high-level gameplay. Just give me a second and the cars will show up. Here we go. Oh, we're on the edge. Oh, we actually have 1 minute and 30 seconds of warm-up. That's really cool. So what if I go ahead and do like this? Boom. No, wait. There you go. Oh, and I have to press this button. Boom. Alright, so this is on the edge. It's a really, really cool map. It's a very, very precision-heavy map. Where you want to do well is where, you know, those tight corners, the tech drifts, those are going to save you a little bit of time. But the ending here, as you can see right now, we're looking at an identity. And this identity is full-on engine off, okay? And because it's an engine off, boom, let's go back here. Because it's an engine off, that means that we are looking at a very, very big time loss if you accidentally hit anything, okay? So, looking at some of the people here, I need to find my mouse. Boom. Look in here. You can see we are I have to remove some stuff. Very, very professional. Give me a second. There you go. You can see this whole section is engine off. And because it's engine off, if you touch anything, if you clip the inside anywhere, or if you hit the outside pole, you have no option to accelerate again, and you're gonna lose multiple seconds. So we're really gonna look to see how much people are gonna want to push that ending, or how much they're not gonna push that ending if they wanna safe it. But I think we're heading into the map here. Very interested. Can we see the scores so far? I cannot see any scores so far. Okay, guys. Going into the round, looking at NRG. NRG, yes. Everybody looks to take the line pretty well here in the start. They want to jump into a left-handed drift right here, and we're going to see them utilize that exit speed to go into this pinhead turn. We want to see them use as much of the road as possible to get as much exit speed. Going into a jump onto a road transition here, everybody seems to do it quite well. And a right-handed, tight right-hander going into the tech section. Who's going to get these tech lines the best here? Everybody seems to do them quite well. I cannot stress how difficult this actually is, guys. These tech turns are not easy to pull off. I tried today getting the auto medals on all these tracks. And the auto medal wasn't too bad, but driving the tracks fast are definitely difficult. You want to make sure you enter this section with as much speed as possible. Everybody seems to do it quite well, but here at the top of the line, we have a Wowsile, Cap, and Evan, or Hydra rather, going for this first place position. They're doing very, very well. Cap currently has the lead, does so well. Everybody gets the speed enough to go for a straight line, jumping down onto the next road section, heading into the next lap. OTAC here in the first place. Looking very, very smooth. We only have very, very few changes in positions right here. You can see there's less than a second between first place and 8th place here. Very, very tight field. In the back line, we have Miquatro and Link. Unfortunately, I think they've made a little bit of a mistake, but it happens. They still have 5 rounds to make up for it. 5 laps here. Taking a look here at the top 9. You want to be in the top 8, because the top 8 is where you're going to get the most points, boys. So definitely want to maintain that top 8 position, or you're going to lose all the sauce. And if you lose the sauce, you lose the points. You don't want to lose that, guys. So energize here, top 8. Definitely nice. Want to keep that upper gear. If you gear down and you gear up on the dirt, you're going to lose a bunch of speed, and you don't want to do that. But he is a little bit behind, 0.1 behind. Default going into the identity again. Is anybody going to clip the inside? You're going to see some of them are going for a tight drifts. Cap accidentally hit the outside wall right here, and Cap is going to lose so much time. This is what I was talking about, guys. This is what I was talking about. If you hit anything, if you hit the outside, if you clip the inside while there's an engine off block, you have no option to accelerate back up to full speed, and then you're just gonna lose multiple seconds. You hate to see it, boys, but Cap is unfortunately heading down all the way to 10th place, and Mime is now pushed up to 8th. Mime and Evan, though, in a really, really tight fight here for that 8th place. We know Mime. He's definitely done so well in the TMGLC so far. Hopefully he can show us another great step, though. Oh, was that a mistake from Mime? I think it was a small mistake from Mime, accidentally not getting a perfect drift right there. Taking a look at the top positions, we have 3 out of the 4 top 4s are French people. Very, very nice from the French community right here. Rasi, though, trying to keep up with them. Wosal and Hydra trying to keep that 1st and 2nd place. Rasi fighting with OTAG for the 4th and 3rd place. Going into the identity once again. Let's see who makes it. Let's see who breaks it. Everybody seems to do just fine, but it only requires 1 touch, and I think that was OTAG, unfortunately. And Wosal as well making a mistake. They're going to have to take the safe route down here, heading into lap 5. They're going to lose so much time. We're talking multiple positions lost. Unfortunate for those guys. We're going to take a look. Default has now been pushed up to 3rd position. Energize is in 4th. Definitely looking good for those guys. Throwing out the PayPal a little bit here. Rasi now in 2nd. Hydra in 1st with a 0.7 lead. You love to see it. Damn, he is doing super well right here. Default in 3rd. Really wanted to try to catch up to Rasi and Hydra. Here's one of the places he can't do it. If he goes for some risky drift lines right here, you want to make sure you utilize the drifting lines as good as possible. That means you want to drift as little as possible. The less you drift, the more you kind of, I mean, what's a good way to say it? Let's just say the less you drift, the more speed you preserve. you want to be really conservative with your drifting, okay? Here, heading into another engine off section, you want to make sure you enter this section with as much speed as possible because it's going to go through the rest of the map. Hydra and Rossi here, top two people. Oh, and we have Dofall with a mistake. Wosau also with a mistake. Who is going to enter it? Dofall. Dofall is electing not to reset. He does not go back from the CP, and he's going to lose so much time. Dofall going from 2nd place down to 10th place. Unfortunate. Hydra also making a mistake, and Rossi is now on 1st. See, that's what I'm saying. The positions can get switched up so rapidly on this match because of those engine off sections. If you see an engine off section in one of these maps and you know that they persist a little bit, you're gonna see all the positions get switched up tremendously when we head into those. Taking a look at top 8 here, we have Nixotica, 0.7 behind Soldier. He really wants to get in on that top 8 position right here, but it does not look like he quite can. Getting a little bit of a bad drift line, but it does seem like he wants to go up there. Of course, he's losing a little bit of time towards Soldier right here, but if he can maintain the gear right here, it does not look like he did that. He's actually losing a little bit more time, wanting to get as much speed into this section right here. Does not look like he get a lot of speed. Soldier, I'm going to look at Soldier in the top 8 positions. This is a second to last lap. Let's see if there's any major shakeups in the top 8. Everybody seems to go through it just fine. Nobody making a mistake except Soldier, because the Caster's Curse absolutely bonks him into the right side wall. Nixotica is very happy because of that. And Nixotica goes up side to side with Soldier, fighting for the top 8 now. Let's take a look at the top 3. Mime. Mime has fought all the way up until top 3. Mime, of course, one of the top players here in the TMGLC. Definitely has the most points. You love to see him still maintaining that pace that he's shown us throughout the last couple of weeks. Definitely well done. Otag, unfortunately, not getting the perfect week last week. No. Wait, was that last week again? Nope, it was last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago where I casted and I saw Otag accidentally not getting that top 5 multiplier, times 5 multiplier. It's tough remembering, guys. Sometimes I can't remember everything that's happened. I'm also a person, okay? But this is the last lap, and we're heading into the identity here with the top 3, top 4 players. Hydra right behind Mime, Otag, and Rossi. Who's going to make any mistakes? Are everybody going to do right? You really want to save this last section because it's just here into the finish line, and Rossi seems to take the first place. Otag, Mime, Hydra, Cap, Energize, Evon, and Soldier for the top 8 positions. Well done, people. GG. 7:04.8. Definitely a nice time here from Rossi. But I think everybody made some mistakes during this run. It can definitely be difficult. Is this Rossi's first top 1? That might definitely be true. You love to see it. You love to see it. Also, guys, do keep in mind, I'm trying my best here at casting. I'm not trying to make it too unprofessional, but I am still a new caster. I've only casted once live before, and this is my second time where I'm really trying my best. So I do see you guys in chat supporting me. I do appreciate it. You're all great people, beautiful chatters. Love to see it. Okay, we're going to jump into the next map here, and that's gonna be Pole Party by Hasto. Let's take a quick look at an intro for that, guys. Pole Party right here, definitely a consistent map. This map is gonna make you challenge your consistency, but the poles here are where we're gonna see some major mistakes. These poles are difficult to ride through, and we're gonna see some people hit them. But the rest of the map is kind of relaxing in the same sense that you're not gonna see players make any major mistakes. But here in the ending, you can see there's actually an engine off block right before the finish. And if we see anybody hit that engine off block, you know that we're gonna look at some pretty major time loss once again, guys. Okay, Let's take a look at these people. Everybody is definitely practiced here, and I know it looks very, very difficult to ride between these poles in the identities, but keep in mind, guys, that these players have practiced these maps many hours, and it's basically muscle memory for them. They know exactly where to turn. They don't have to think too much about where the poles are coming from. They absolutely have it in the bag already. So I know it looks difficult riding into this identity. Look at this. It looks so smooth. You can see that's an engine off block. If Mime hits anything right there, he has no way to gain that speed back, and he has to make a quick decision, a snap moment decision. Am I gonna reset from the last checkpoint, or am I gonna go and continue the run with a lot less speed? Because if you get less speed into the next lap, you're also not gonna make the jump that everybody else makes. So it's not just a one-time time loss, it's actually a two-folded time loss. You really don't want to make that happen. So we might see people elect to restart from the checkpoint if they accidentally fail that second identity. And we have Soldier making a mistake from the very beginning. Unfortunate. He did so well in the last round here, but unfortunately Soldier has made a mistake. Do we see anybody else? I think everybody else seems to be just fine. Very close to each other. Looking at this identity section, Otak makes it look so easy. Everybody is doing so great. Very few people have made any mistakes so far. I don't think Revolution made a mistake during the identity, so I think everybody actually got through the first identity fully clean. Very nice to see. Let's take a look at Fagley. I'm a big fan of Fagley. He's one of the underdogs for the TMGLC, and I hope to see him do well. I know he hasn't been in the top positions recently, but I know that if he just plays his game, if he keeps his mind on the ball, you know, he definitely has the opportunity to go ahead and take one of those top 5 positions. He also, when I casted this TMGLC a couple of weeks ago, he actually got the ×3 multiplier, I think, which was very nice to see. We have a mistake here. Who was that? It was Mi Quattro. Mi Quattro accidentally hitting that pole on the engine off block. And as I say, you're gonna lose so much time because all of this track, you can see this is very momentum based. A lot of the track, so if you lose speed, that speed is going to be lost for a lot of the track, and you're going to have the players that already had that momentum increase their speed, increase their momentum even further, and you're going to just lag more and more behind. Taking a look at the top 8 going into this identity once again. People are making it look so smooth. Look, it's just a left, right. Nobody hitting anything. Very nice to see. Otag once again in the lead, followed by Cap and Evan. Very nice to see. I think this is kind of a chill section of the map. This part right here, this is a momentum base. As you can see, they're keeping the acceleration button pressed down throughout this entire road section. And that means that if you make any mistakes on the identity before that road section, you're going to have to, you're going to lose a bunch of time because you don't have the same momentum. You don't carry in the same momentum in that road part as the rest have. Okay? Peepo G's, guys. If you ever want to drive these maps yourself, Peepo G. I'm getting in my earpiece right here. Virtual is definitely in my ear. He's talking to me in the ear. It's not like I'm reading chat, saying that 7:43.39 is the world record right here. Definitely a nice time. So let's see if anybody gets close to that 7:49-ish time here. So far, Otag has driven very clean. The top 4 players have actually driven very clean. 0.5 between them all, and they haven't touched anything so far. Going into this first part of the identity section, once again, Mime had to adjust a little bit, getting an extra drift in there, getting a little bit less exit speed than the top 4 right here, but it's fine. It's just so nice watching these players drive this so smooth. I've been using, guys, bear in mind, I've used like multiple hours trying to drive this map and the other TMGL maps, and I'm telling you guys, these guys make it look very easy, and the TMGL players also make it look very easy, but it's not easy driving these maps. This is smooth as butter compared to what I was streaming earlier today. So yep. Okay, into the last identity section. Hopefully nobody makes a mistake here in the top 4 positions. And we have Cap with a major mistake. He's going to have to take the safe line here, and he's going to jump down so many positions. Oh no, he can't even make the jump here. He has to do a double safe line. You can tell that he hasn't driven that line at all recently. He is wonking. Oh my god, you hate to see it. Cap going all the way down to position 13, actually losing 7 seconds. 7 seconds for that mistake. Unfortunate for Cap. Mime now taking the first place. Evan and Otag still ahead. Driving very, very clean through the identity section. Very, very nice. Unfortunate for Cap right there. Unfortunate. We still have Soldier, unfortunately, also not getting more of a lead. He's still 18 seconds behind on last position. You hate to see it. But here in the top 4, pretty close. Evan and Otag does seem to have made a little bit of a lead for themselves. They're 0.1 away from each other, 0.8 ahead of the rest of the competition. Definitely looking great for those guys. If we look at the top 9 players, we have Rasi right behind Energize. And Rasi is looking for an opportunity to go far. That is unfortunate. Unlucky for Rasi, unfortunately, hitting that pole. I need to stop saying unfortunately, guys. But that is not great for Rasi. Hitting that pole, he's going to lose a bunch of time. But you did see him restart from the checkpoint to make sure that he kept that momentum after the identity. He knew that he had to do that. That's going to pay off the most in the ending. But that means that Link gets to be together with Energize here in the top 8. Very nice to see Link up here. Link, a previous TMGL player, playing in the TMGLC this time. Definitely has a lot of experience on his back right here. And it's very nice to see him in the top 8. Revolution here, 1 second behind Link going into this very momentum-heavy section of the track, road section of the track. Does look like he's not gaining any time on the other players. Very, very consistent. 1 second behind Link. But Link and Energize really making a fight for it. Oh, and unfortunately Link, though Energize. No, who was it? I don't know. Somebody clipped the inside. I think it was Link that clipped the inside. I am blind. Link clipped the inside. Really lucky for him that it didn't do anything worse than what just happened. Because he could have lost so much time right there. But Link stabilized. And that's what you want to see from a TMGL player, being able to stabilize some of these sketchy situations. Also, guys, you got to remember that these people here, you can't just drive the best lines all the time. These players have practiced not just driving the best lines, but driving the suboptimal lines, making sure that you can save your car from utter defeat in case you accidentally hit a wall, in case you accidentally get a wrong drift, in case you actually clip the inside of something. These guys have prepared for the worst, and that means that even though they make a mistake, they still have a backup plan in the back of their minds. Let's take a look at the top 3 players going into this last section of the map. It's also the last lap. We have the top 3 players, Mime, Evan, and Otag. Otag is still holding on to the first place. Evan still right behind him. It must be so frustrating seeing Otag just 0.3 seconds ahead of you for the entire map, just edging out in front of him. Let's see who takes on the best identity, if anybody's going to make any mistakes here. We have Hydra actually 2 seconds behind, a full second behind Moms. Let's take a look at the top 3 positions right here. Otag in front, Evan right behind him, going into the engine off section. Everybody seems to be doing just fine, but Mime actually hitting a pole, but still maintains to get third. Otag on first, Evan on second. Mime, Hydra, Dofalt, Exotica, Energize, and Link for the top 8. Very nice to see Mime doing a very, very Monka ending, but it did seem like he still made it. Soldier here actually sniping Fegley for the 15th place. I mean, it's not like you're getting more points, but it's the street cred that counts, guys. It's the respect, right? So once again, let me tell you guys, Virtual is unfortunately that was Otag's 3rd win in a row. Jesus, very nice. So once again, guys, I am subbing in for Virtual today. Virtual's throat is hurting. He cannot cough on stream. You guys don't want to hear that. He knows that. So he kindly asked me if I could fill in for him. And I told him, of course I can. I am the man. I am the one. So I did that. I'm now here. I'm trying my best. But if the cast is not as optimal as you're used to, keep in mind, I'm not a professional caster. I am Jnic. Call me Jake. So, now we're going to look at Vertigo. Let's take a look at the preview for Vertigo, guys. is by Poolside. Vertigo is a difficult map in the sense that once again we're gonna see the players mess up the identity. But for at least the rest of the map is pretty consistent. You can see the identity consists of driving on these pipes. It's very, very difficult, to be honest. I've tried this multiple times. I cannot tell you how easy it is right here to fall off. I'm telling you, we're gonna see people fall off right here, and it's gonna be major fun times for us. Anyway, so the rest of the map is pretty consistent. Looking at Default, you can see him right here. Oh, this is Exotica. I pressed the wrong button. It does not matter. Heading into the identity. And, yep, just like that. He wants to make sure that his car gets pressed into the pipe section. But if you accidentally just align yourself a little bit wrong, you're going to get pressed out of the pipe and you're going to fly out and you're going to have to respawn. Fortunately, the checkpoints are pretty close to the pipe sections. So even though it looks like they're making major mistakes, the time loss is actually less than from the previous 2 maps if you failed those identities. So guys, remember, even though it looks bad if you fail one of these identities, it's actually not as bad as the previous ones, okay? Okay. Taking a look here and the beginning of lap 1. Exotica, we looked at him just a second ago. He does seem to have a nice start. Top 9, but everybody, the whole field is so tight. We can't tell who's going to do well, who's not going to do well yet. We see a couple of different lines here on the wall, right? Some people going up high, some people going low. It does not seem like it matters too much. We're going to see a little bit of a speed drift coming there from Exotica, trying to get as much speed into this identity section as possible. You see these people, they actually elect to slow down on the pipe, even though you don't have to, but it's so risky if you don't do it. So we're gonna see these people slow down on the pipe sections to make sure that they don't fail. Also, in my earpiece, I'm seeing that OTAG actually has the world record right here. No, Masa has the world record, and the last week's winner here was OTAG. But 6:12 is the world record, and just as I read that, we see Exotica making a mistake, but as I just said, the mistakes are not as time heavy as the other places unless he keeps making mistakes. Let's take a look at the top 3. We have some really familiar names here in the top 3. We have Evan, Mime, and OTAG once again leading the pack. Mime and OTAG 0.4 against the opposition, but it does look like Evan does not have anything to lose. Or he has something to lose. That's not what I meant. What I meant is that he's trying his best to catch up to them. I don't know why I said the different thing. Snow actually catching up to them. Very nice to see. Definitely beautifully done from Snow. You love to see him in the top 4 positions. Only 5 points to his name right now. So we might see him risk it a little more than the others. Not that the others have anything to lose, but Snow definitely wanting to get those points. And I'm looking forward to seeing the last map of today, since these players have definitely practiced that into oblivion, and they're gonna try their best to absolutely risk the last map. And I don't know if you guys... Oh, Snow making a mistake, hitting that outside wall. That is unfortunate. Default Revolution catching up to them. Evan, Mime, and OTAG still in the top 3 positions. OTAG is getting a little bit of a lead for himself. Definitely nice. Yep, Caster's Curse, definitely what happened. Don't worry about it. I am Psychic. So, that's, by the way, that's why they asked me to cast. It's because I'm Psychic, so I can, before people crash, I can go to them. Actually, all casters are somewhat Psychic, so that we can go to the players that are gonna fail, so that you guys can watch it, okay? That's smart. That's very smart. I'm not saying sidekick. I'm saying psychic. Like the Pokemon, the little duck. Okay. Anyway, that was the tangent. Looking at Evan and Mime and OTAG going into the identity. Very, very nice to see. They're all doing so well. I'm very, very pleased by the amount of consistency Mime, OTAG, and Evan are showing here. We have Fegley, unfortunately, with a mistake. The underdog. Cap also making a mistake. Oh, and almost making another mistake. Cap making another mistake. And he is just straight up stuck, having to respawn. You hate to see it. Mi4 also a little bit behind right here, taking a look at the top 8 position. Soldier right behind Wosal. We want to make sure, or they want to make sure that they get the top 8 positions, because once again, guys, the top 8 positions are where the points are at. So that's why we see that the top 8 are in green, bottom 8 or bottom 16 from 9 to 16, they're in the red, because they're not going to get as many points as the top 8 players. It's kind of a big cutoff. Snow making a mistake now all the way down behind Revolution, and he makes another mistake right into the pillar. Unfortunately, he does not ride the poles that often, and that causes him to make a mistake. You hate to see it. Soldier is now in position 8. Link right behind him. But as you can see, players have actually made quite a lot of mistakes. Like, a single mistake doesn't cost you that much time, but if you make multiple mistakes, of course that's going to cost you quite a bit of time. So Soldier right now in top 8 position, but he's 10 seconds behind Otak, which is in P1. So we have a 10-second difference between P1 and P8. That's pretty. That's a pretty decent difference right here, okay? Taking a look at the top 3 players. Otak has made a mistake right as I head over here. Otak has now lost the lead to Mime, and Evan overtaking Otak. He's still a solid 2 seconds ahead of 4th place, but unfortunately Otak could not maintain the consistency throughout the entirety of this map. Let's see if he makes a mistake again here at this identity. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. He has shown some major consistency so far, so it would be very, very unfortunate if he flies out once again. Nope. Does it very, very nicely. Anybody else making a mistake? Taking a look at the top 9. Hydra has made a mistake, really, really driving slowly. He's on top 9 right now. Link and the rest of the pack doing just fine. And we have Energize, Soldier, and Hydra fighting for that top 8. They're pretty close to each other. They want to see if they can nip on the butt of Link, but Link has to make a decent mistake to lose 4 seconds right here. So, if... Nixotica actually. Nixotica is now behind Link. So, Nixotica actually has to also make a decent mistake to lose 2 seconds right here. Otak now 4 seconds behind first place. And Dofald here on 3rd, wanting to overtake Evan. Let's take a look at the front field right here. Who is going to win this map? We have Evan versus Mime. Who is it going to be going into this last part of the identity? It does look like Mime has a pretty decent lead. Is he going to save this last section? Is Evan going to risk it for the biscuit? It does not look like it. Evan actually really trying to get in there. And Mime getting a speed reduction. Unfortunately, Evan takes the win with the snipe over Mime. Otak gets in 3rd. Dofal 4th. Wosal 5th. Narasi 6th. Nixotica 7th. And Link 8th. That is so unfortunate for Mime getting a speed penalty loss right there, because he landed too much on the side of his car. Fackley here in P16. He's gonna be overtaking nobody. That sounded like I BM'd. No, I thought Mi4 was behind him. But yeah, Evan with the snipe. Very, very nice. So, that was very nice. Otak now in the lead of the step right here. We are seeing some very, very nice, sorry, I'm not used to talking this much. That's a lie. I'm just, I'm yelling quite a lot today because it's hype. So I need water. That's what I'm saying. Clearing the throat. Okay. Once again, for the new people joining in, I am Jnic, filling in for Virtual for today's cast. If you don't know who I am, I'm just another Trackmania streamer, and hope to be caster someday. And I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it as well. If you enjoy me and if you enjoy what I do and my face, feel free to check that out. Okay, so let's take a look at Poolside. Let's take a look at actually a presentation of Poolside. So let's jump into it right here. I just noticed that I didn't have... No, wait, never mind. So, Poolside is a very, very nice map. This is definitely difficult. So you're going to have a bunch of water on your wheels throughout this map. And if we look at the identity that's going to come up in the presentation right here, the identity is actually a fully water identity where you want to make sure you don't accidentally drift. If you start drifting on the water right here, you're going to lose so much time. We're going to see players battle it out right here for the first place in the 4th map. Second to last map right here is going to be definitely interesting. Face cam. I'm not going to face cam right now. You're going to have to wait till after the cast. I'm also going to be playing Cup of the Day, just like Virtual does. But if you think that I'm as good as him, you better think again. I'm better. No, I'm kidding. I'm worse. So, taking a look at OTAG, you can see he hit the inside wall. That's also something you don't really want to do. But they're going to slow down, and then they're going to take an inside line, trying to smooth steer, making sure they don't start drifting. But then again, guys, if you're going to play Cup of the Day with me, you might actually have a chance to play with me, because I'm not going to be Div 1. So if you're not a Div 1 player, maybe we could play together. Taking a look here at the start, seeing if everybody seems to do just fine in the beginning. There's not a lot of stuff that can go wrong right here, to be honest. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit more. Is this fine? You guys are going to have to say if it's fine or not. So, the world record is going to be typed in chat right now by our very own Virtual, because he has all the information that I don't have. No. Okay, we can cat jam to some music right here. Okay, OTAG is once again in the lead, and Link right behind him. Link actually getting a pretty good step with 32 points right there. We have Revolution, unfortunately, making a pretty big mistake already, and he's going to lose even more time right here. Mime also in the bottom positions. Oh, that was scary looking. Mime taking a little bit of a different approach in here, and he starts drifting. Evon has made a mistake has made a mistake here. He did not make a mistake last time. He actually won the last map by sniping that first place at the very ending of the map. Very, very clutch of Evon right there. Mime here in a top 13 position. Kind of unusual for Mime here. Taking a look at the top, OTAG, top 3 with Energize and Wosile. But OTAG has made a mistake just as I say it, and it makes me look like I am not looking at the game. But I am, I promise. So, we have Energize, Wosile, and Cap. Oh, they're going for the triangle CP's thing right there. Very, very nice to see. It's a little bit more risky. It saves a little bit of time. Mime might still win this because his pace is insane. Mime's pace is insane. If we're going to look at it, he's 1 second behind top 8. Okay, he's 1 second behind top 8, and we might see him jump up. He's less than 1 second behind. He's like 2 seconds behind the top position right here. But one thing you got to notice is that everybody is super close to each other. Mime is taking a little bit of a risky line here into this section. It is a little bit scary to watch, but I'm sure Mime has practiced it a bunch. We have a new best lap by Mime right there. As you could see, Mime with a 1:08.73. New best lap time of all the players. He's definitely trying to push it back into those top positions. Very, very nice to see. Taking a look at the back, taking a look at the front here, with Soldier, Link, Default, and Wosile. Wosile trying to maintain that lead. He's doing a little bit of a wobbly jump right here, but I don't think it matters too much. He's going to lose a little bit of speed because of it, but Soldier does not seem to capitalize too much on it, and Link now on top 2. At the very, very back right here, we have Revolution, unfortunately, like 3 seconds behind Cap. Cap also made a mistake and is 5 seconds behind Fegli, and Fegli, as well as Evon, is a couple of seconds behind the rest of the pack. So we have a little bit of a jump, especially from top 8 to top 9. We have around, oh, they're actually closer now, 0.3 of a second. That's not that bad. So we have a pretty good fight here for the top 8 positions. Snow wanting to overtake Rasi and Mime. Mime once again really, really pushing it. You can see how he goes so far inside. Somebody made a mistake. I did not see who that was. That was Soldier. Soldier, unfortunately, making a pretty big mistake. Has a full respawn. And he's going to drop down and making the same mistake twice in a row. Oh, no. Soldier dropping all the way down to last position. That must really, really rustle his jimmies. losing all of the sauce. You hate to see it. And we jump back up into the start here, or the front. Energize, top 6. Looks pretty nice. It's a really, really tight fight for the top 5. Guys, I want you to remember that like 2 laps ago, Mime was in the bottom positions, okay? And now Mime is in top 5, contending for top 4 as he overtakes. Does he overtake? Almost. But Mime's pace right here is just insane, and he overtakes multiple people, almost going in first, actually overtaking 4 people at once. And he's now in P1. What is Mime doing? Woo! Mime now getting a new best lap time, 108.2. That is fast, guys. And he's now 0.2 ahead of Otak, Wosal, and Default. And he has now overtaken every single one in the race. Mime on P1, showing what pace can do. Default here on P4, wanting to overtake the rest of the pack, but he is a little bit further behind. We have the top 3 players, definitely getting a little bit ahead of the pack here. So Default is going to stay a little bit behind. Link is looking at the back of Default, taking the triangle road. It's going to save a little bit of time. Otak has made a little bit of mistake. It's going to drop down a little bit, going from P1 down to P5, unfortunately. But that means that Mime can keep his first place and not be contended by Otak. He's now 0.2 ahead of the field. Very, very nice to see. Otak is now a second behind. We have in the fight for the top 8, Nixotica and Energize. I saw Energize making a little bit of a mistake with the drift right there, but he is in a very, very tight fight with Nixotica and Miquadro just behind them. Miquadro, I think, hit the inside wall right there. I'm not 100% sure. I think he lost a little bit of speed, but I'm not seeing anybody making any major mistakes. I think everybody got through that section very clean. So we have Nixotica trying to overtake Energize for that 8th position. We're going to keep an eye out for this top 7 to 10. You can see they're very close to each other. Miquadro dropping down a little bit, but Nixotica is 0.1 ahead or away from the top 8 positions. So let's take a look at the front. Mime actually still gaining. Mime is gaining more and more time on Wosal and the rest of the pack. Link has made a small mistake and is now almost 2 seconds behind, but Mime is now 0.8 seconds, almost 0.9 seconds. Every single time we head into a CP, 0.9 seconds, we see Mime extending his lead. Mime is just showing people what you can do if you have the pace. He is on a different level. Mime is now 0.9 ahead. Are we going to see him a full second ahead of second place once we head into this next? No, he's actually making a mistake, and unfortunately Mime didn't get it all the way into the ending, and Mime actually drops all the way down into the top 9, top 10 positions. He only had one more turn to go, and unfortunately Mime drops down all the way down into 10th. He just had such a good superhero moment, jumping from 14th to 1st place, and then dropping it all down in the last turn of the map. Very, very, very unlucky for Mime, but that means Wosal gets 1st, Link gets 2nd, Otak 3rd, Hydra, Razi, Energize, Nixotica, and Miquadro for the top 8 positions. Woo! I need some water, dude. I need some water. By the way, I hope you guys feel like it's okay that I'm yelling a lot. I like to yell during my commentary because it's exciting. It's like, whoa, did that just happen? And then I'm like, yes, it just happened because I just told you, right? Okay, so jumping in to the very last map. If you guys don't know the way the last map works, I can actually show you. I'm not going to show it, but the last map here, the way it works is that it's only 2 lappers now. So we're going to drive 2 rounds or 2 laps, and then the winners of those laps are going to get multipliers on the points that they already accumulated. So let's say Otak wins the first round. He's going to get a times 2 multiplier, making him get 182 points. Okay, so the first 3 rounds are times 2 multipliers, then there's times 3, times 4, and times 5, right? It's first 4 rounds. It's the first 4 rounds. I'm very smart. first 4 rounds is ×2 multiplier. Then we have a ×3 multiplier, a 2 ×3 multipliers, a ×4, and then a ×5, guys. And players are obviously want the ×5. Now let's take a look at the presentation before I don't have time to show you it. So, this map is also very difficult. We're gonna see there's a lot of plastic featured on this map. Now, if you guys don't know, if you're new to Trackmania, plastic is actually kind of a new surface. And this campaign that we have right here is the first campaign that actually incorporates plastic in it at all. And now, as you can see, we're heading into the identity on the presentation. It's actually 2 jumps and a turn mid-air, landing right in front of the finish. It's definitely not easy, guys. Definitely not easy. So, the identity here, I'm predicting that several people are going to mess it up. Mainly because I messed it up. And obviously, if I can't do it, nobody can do it, right? So, I think that we're going to see a few people mess it up just a little bit. It's difficult. It's a jump from through one CP, then through another CP, turn your car 180 degrees in the air, and then land in front of the finish. Okay, taking a look at Wirtual. We now have only two laps. Remember that, guys. Only 2 laps, and the people that are here are gonna only the person that wins. Only the person that wins the round is gonna get any points. Okay, so that means that we might see some people DNF. And the reason they DNF is not because they rage quit. It's because they're so far behind that they know they aren't contending for the top 1 position. And that's why we might see some people DNF. On the other hand, some other people will not DNF, and they will utilize that time they have to actually practice the map, getting some warm-up runs in, right? So we have Mime, Soldier, and Otak, Wirtual in the front, Evan. Definitely some recognizable names here in the front once again. Now the question is, guys, are these people really trying to get the ×2 multiplier, or are we gonna see somebody actually DNF right in front of the finish? And nope, this is not the last lap. This is now the last lap. I just jumped past in time. I time hopped onto the second lap. Don't worry about it. I'm now back into the last lap. And we have Soldier in the lead. Very nice. Got bait a little bit right there. Very cool. Okay. Mime's still ahead. I'm curious to see if Mime is actually going to DNF, because Mime has 68 points. And remember, if you win a step, you actually also win 100. Count them, 100. I don't know why I said. I was going to say 1, 2, 300, but that's not true. It's just 100. So I said 1 3 times. Either way, they're going to win 100 euros if they win this step. So we might see Mime actually DNF to get more points, right? But you never know. Otak trying to challenge Mime right here, going into the final identities. Soldier's made a mistake and is now not in the contention. Evan jumping out. Mime making a mistake. Otak taking the ×2 multiplier. Otak is just like, yep, we'll take it. Not a problem. I'll take that. 182 points. I'm not going to say no to that. And the only way anybody is going to take over him is if some of the top 8 people are going to get the ×3 multiplier. So, why are you question marking? Why are you question marking? Did I say something? I didn't say anything. No, I said what I said was right. Otak likes the 182 points, because, like, why would he not? Last time I casted Otak, he DNF'd on a 4 times multiplier and then lost the 5 times multiplier. Why is it not smart to take the 2 times? Guys, maybe he does not... You gotta... I know he took the ×2, but you gotta realize, maybe he's not super confident on this map, and maybe he was like, if he can get any multiplier, he'll take it, right? It's not easy to drive these maps against these good players, guys. Okay, now, Mime is once again in the lead. It does look like Mime has a pretty good pace on this map. He is 0.2 ahead of Evan right here, and he does look like he's not going to give up any of his lead. You can see Mime right there. He did a small left to right section on the on the plastic. Ooh, Evan making a mistake. That's unfortunate. But you can see he made a small left to right section on the plastic, and the reason he did that is because in this game there's a little mechanic. It's a kind of a more of an advanced mechanic called speed drifting, in which if you drift in very specific ways on certain blocks, you actually can increase your speed. You can increase your acceleration more than if you didn't drift. So what these guys are doing is that they're wiggling their car to make small drifts. And these small drifts are increasing the car's acceleration more than if they just drove straight. Okay? It's an advanced tactic called speed drifting, and it can be used on road, on dirt, and on grass, and on plastic. It's also possible to do it kind of on ice, but it's a lot more difficult. Heading into this last section right here, we have Rossi right behind Mime, and Wosal fighting with Rossi, taking a look, seeing if Mime is gonna do a DNF, or if he's gonna take it like Osag did. I think if I had to make a guess, I don't think he's gonna DNF. I think he's just gonna take the points. Wosal making a mistake. Rossi. Oh, Mime DNF'd, and Rossi taking the first place. Mime said the ×2 multiplier, I do not want that. Why would I want a ×2 when I could get a ×3 or a ×4, maybe even a ×5? Very, very Chad move. Very, very yes. Nice spam in the chat, guys. Definitely. Okay. World record is a 2 minute and 9 second. And Mime has a 2:09. So Mime definitely has... Mime is within a second of the world record, which means that Mime is probably gonna... Mime knows that he has the pace on this map that some others don't have. You can see he's already in the front again. It's incredible to see how much Mime has practiced these maps and what his pace is, because that is definitely a good pace right here. Taking a look here at the top positions, we have Cap and Hydra and Evan and Default in the top 5. Cap, unfortunately, making a mistake. Gonna just make him leave the field. Unfortunate for him. Default, Hydra, and Mime now fighting with Evan for the top position. I don't think Mime is gonna take this. He's gonna DNF once again. Mime is just practicing. Mime is just warming up. And let's take a look if Evan is gonna warm up. Evan has actually made a couple of mistakes at this identity, so I think he might just take the points. And he does not take it, because that was the first lap. God damn it. Okay, so that was the first lap. That's what happens. Okay, notice I didn't yell because I knew it was the last lap, so don't worry about it. Okay, Mime still has an option to overtake, but I don't think he really wants to. Wosal is a second behind, so if Evan really wants these ×2 multipliers, he just have to drive pretty safe and he's gonna take it. And I think that's what he's gonna do. Mime does overtake right here, but Evan knows that Mime DNF'd last round. So Evan is not gonna be too fussed about being second, because he knows that he's technically first. He's technically first because Mime is gonna DNF. So if Evan still just maintains his pace, he's still a second ahead of Link right here. So if Evan maintains his pace behind Mime, he doesn't really have to worry. Oh, he actually pushed it. And Evan does not want the ×2 multiplier either. And we're actually going to look at Link getting the ×2 multiplier maybe. I think he's going to take it. And he is. Link getting just donated the ×2 multiplier, heading out with a 108 pointer. Very nice step for Link. You love to see it. And both Mime and Evan did not want the points. I'm looking forward to the last two races, the ×4 and ×5 multiplier, guys, because that's going to be very interesting to see how much of a risk people are going to go for. Gonna take a sip of water right here. Okay. Mime is once again in the front, but Fegley is right behind him. Oh, he made a mistake, but only a small one, losing a little bit of time. Definitely wanting to see Fegley get a little bit of points, but I think Fegley, even if he gets the ×2 multiplier, we're only looking at 12 points. Oh, we have a mistake there again. Unfortunately, some people are going to go out. We have Hydra fighting with Mime for that P1, but once again, people know that Mime is not going to take the ×2 multiplier, so people don't care that Mime is in first. All they care about is that they can be close to Mime so that they might get donated that ×2 multiplier. Also, we don't know who else is going to... We don't know who else is going to DNF. If anybody else is going to do it, you know, Energize might DNF. We don't know. But so far, it does look like Energize is going to take that ×2 multiplier if he can maintain this this second place position. I cannot stress to you how difficult it is to do that identity, by the way, guys. That is not easy. Evan right here trying to catch up right beside Feckley, actually. Very nice to see Feckley in 4th. Only a second behind Mime. Hedra and Energize also a second behind. Energize is a little bit closer. Mime is going to DNF, so it might be Energize taking that ×2 multiplier right here. But then again, we don't know if Energize is going to take it. If Energize takes it, he's also going to get a 108, just like Link. And he's going to be on a tied 3rd for today's step. But let's take a look. Nothing is over yet. Evan is also not going to take the ×2 multiplier, we know. So it's either Energize or Hedra that's going to take the ×2 multiplier. It's definitely curious to see who's actually going to take it or who's going to DNF right here. I don't think Hedra is going to DNF. Oh, we had a mistake there from Energize. Evan flying out. Mime DNFing. Hedra is taking... Oh, Feckley so close to sniping Hedra. And that would have been a little bit funny. But Hedra taking it, heading out of the step with a 114 points. No, wait, 124 points. I can math, guys. I can math. So, 124 points there for Hedra, jumping up to a 3rd place in the step. Now we're looking at the ×3 multipliers, guys. ×3 multipliers are pretty significant, guys, okay? Big step for Hydra, yeah, definitely. So, ×3 multipliers are pretty important, boys. They're definitely pretty important. So, we're gonna go ahead and hope that the people that want it are gonna get it. ×3 multiplier. If you have north of 50 points, the ×3 multiplier is what I think you should go for. Just personally thinking about the quick maths, big brain movements, okay? Also, if you're like Mime and you have 168 points, a 3x multiplier is going to shoot you up into 1st place in the step, which is probably what you want, right? But he might go for a ×4. Who knows? Wosao making a mistake, taking a look at the top positions right here. Evan, Energize here on the top, Mime on 3rd. We know that Mime and Evan might actually still DNF. I am a little bit worried that Mime is going to pull an O-tag and DNF so many times and then still lose the ×5 multiplier and not get any points. But we're going to have to see what he does here. It might... yeah. But so far, Evan and Mime, top 1 and top 2. Both of the players have DNF'd multiple times now. And we don't know if they think that the top or the ×3 multiplier is enough. Snow here, right behind him. Snow could really use a ×3 multiplier. Energize making a mistake. Evan in front. Mime overtaking. But Snow knows that Mime and Evan don't really matter that much. He still has a decent chance to get the points, but he's actually getting overtaken by the rest of the field. We have Cap and Dofall actually wanting to get that ×3 multiplier as well. Snow making a major bonk. You hate to see it. And let's see if the top 2 players are gonna take the ×3 multiplier or if they're gonna DNF. Evan takes the multiplier, and that's gonna be Evan getting the ×3 multiplier. We are looking at quick math. That's 130. That's 195 points, guys. 195 points. Very nice to see. Good job, Evan. Major step for you in taking the 1st place. I did the math again. Now, not gonna lie, for the ×4 multiplier, I might put up a calculator because I'm not gonna embarrass myself. There's too many people here. So that's not gonna happen. Mime has 5x on his car. Dude, you're right. Mime has x5 on his car. Mime is gonna go for the 5x multiplier. No way, dude. What? Mime, that is so conceited. Okay, fine. Mime is doing the Chad moves. He does not care. What about... no, I don't think anybody else is going to do something like that. Energize is in front here. Okay, so we know that we don't really have to worry about Mime for the next couple of rounds here. So hopefully Energize can maintain that top 1 position. He actually has 0.4 to work with all the way down to Default. So if Energize isn't really too bothered with Mime overtaking him, if he knows, he might know it. I don't know if he's noticed it, that Mime has the X5 on his car. But either way, if Energize doesn't get too bothered with Mime overtaking him all the time and they're trading first and second place, he can see that he's 0.3 ahead of Snow. So that if he just takes a chill, maybe not take that much of the penalty Snow, and that way Snow can actually overtake. And now Snow wants to get that ×3 multiplier. That would be huge for him, getting that 45 points. Definitely big. If you only have 15 points in the step, the ×3 multiplier is definitely going to help in that mood for the rest of the night right here. Wosao right behind Snow. Snow needs to not make a mistake. Mime is going to DNF. Let's see if Snow can get this identity down, and it does look like it goes through the first 2 rings perfectly. Mime actually taking it. Mime took it. Wait, Mime took it. He baited us with the ×5. Mime. Why? Well, it just goes to show. Maybe, guys, no, don't question mark in chat. I don't want to see the question marks, because maybe he was so big brain. Maybe he was so big brain that he knew that the opponents would think that he would go for the ×5, so that they would let their guards down for the ×3, and he could take the ×3 without having to worry, right? Maybe he debated the entire field, including you, chat, including you, right? So maybe he is just a 6-head or something. Okay, so now that Mime is in front with 204 points, we have the ×4 multiplier. Mime has not secured his place on first. You know, you gotta remember it's 100 euros on the line for the first place. 100 euros, that's a decent amount of euros, guys. That's 100 of them. So you want to win that, and Mime has not secured that 100 euros quite yet, because we have a ×4 and a ×5 multiplier. And if we have Energize, for example, getting that ×4 multiplier, that's actually going to be ahead of Mime. And if Wosile or Nixotica get the ×5 multiplier, or if Nixotica gets the ×4, they're actually going to be ahead of Mime. So I think Mime actually made a little bit of a risky move right there, but he might not care about the $100. He might just want to be sure that he gets into the playoffs, which I think he is. Oh, can Fegley take the ×4 multiplier away from one of the big point boys? Wosile really wanting to get it. Wosile is going to head into 200 points. Looking at 200 points if Wosile gets this finish here on first. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at chat because I'm very interested in what you guys say. It's a bad casting move. Wosile is now in front. Default right behind him. They're both definitely going to contend for that ×4 multiplier. You want to make sure that you don't do any major mistakes. You can see the entire field has DNF'd except the top 3. We only have Energized, Default, and Wosile, but it is Wosile that gets it. It's Wosile that gets the ×4, and Wosile getting that 200 points. You love to see it. Jumping all the way up to second place in this step. And now for the big boy points, guys. Big boy points. You really need to keep the pants on. Don't drop your booty. Make sure that you have everything, your hats and glasses put on tight. If you have a belt, if you have a seat belt on your chair, you better strap in. Otherwise, you might fall out. Because this is going to be intense, boys. So, we actually have a very tight, we're talking 1/100ths of a second between the top 3 players. Now it's 0.1 seconds. Soldier trying to get that first place right here. If he gets a ×5 multiplier, it's still 100 points. Very nice to see if Soldier can get that. Energized definitely wants that ×5 multiplier because he really wants to get that top 1 in this step, and he will get that. I think Dofal, what's 5 × 44? Shoot, it's 220. So actually Dofal is gonna get the is going to get the win if he also makes it. Okay? Very, very nice. Energize trying to overtake Doleful right here. Is a very, very tight race. Soldier also right here up with them. They've gotten a little bit of a lead over the rest of the pack. Snow is now 0.3 behind the others. He actually just DNF right there. And Exotic has now 0.4 behind Soldier. Soldier 0.2 ahead behind the lead. Energize has made a little bit of a lead for himself. 2.2 ahead of Doleful as well. It does look like Energize is really, really pushing it. Avoid this penalty, Snow, and they both do it super cleanly. Soldier and Energize both doing it very, very nice. Let's see who gets into this last plastic section before the identity. The best. Energize keeps the speed, goes over the corner right there. Very nice. You see him do a little bit of a speed drift right there, trying to get as much exit speed as possible, getting a nice drift, 2 nice drifts. No drift here in the ending, but he is in front. It's going to be Soldier. It's going to be Energize. Is anybody going to make a mistake? Soldier makes a mistake. Fakely right behind Energize. Energize also doesn't make a mistake. Fakely made a mistake, and Energize takes that 5th place. I talked faster than I can, and I accidentally started to mumble, but Energize takes that 5th place. Energize takes not the 5th place, takes the 5 times multiplier, gets the 1st place, and Energize is now going to jump up to 270 points, boys, and he wins the step. Well played. Well played. GG for Energize, winning that step. Huge step. And we can see the points here. Mime now over 1,000 points. Otak 800, Hydra 500, Evan 500, Energize 400, Wosao 400, Cap 377, Miquatro 352. And we see a little bit of a change. We have Evan, Energize, and Wosao going up in the ranks. Cap, Miquatro jumping down, as well as Rasi. Link getting up a little bit. Very, very nice. Getting closer to that top 8. Soldier, Snow, and Doleful unfortunately falling down a little bit here. That was super fun, guys. That was good. That was good. That was good. So let's do this. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm gonna put on some music once again. I'm Jnic, by the way. For those of you who didn't see, this is me. I'm the voice behind the cast. Good to see you all. You all look beautiful today. I'm gonna put on some music. Is the music playing? I think it's playing, right? No, it's not. There you go. So guys, that was super fun. I enjoyed that. We're gonna, of course, cast the TMGL later as well. But while we wait for that, guys, what do you say that we play the track of the day? So, for all you who don't know, I'm Jnic. I am stream Trackmania. I'm taking over for Virtual today. Virtual is sick. So if you guys want to play TOTD with me, it's right now. I am not as good as Virtual, so if you think I'm as good as Virtual, you can, I don't know, suck it. Here we go. Boom. Okay. What map is this? This is Parthenon by Ellipse. And we're going to try our best. We're going to try our best to, okay. To get a good time here. Now, I am not about to get Div 1, guys. What I'm about to get is I'm about to get a solid time that hopefully some of you, chat, can join me in, right? So if you play Trackmania, if you're in the Cup of the Day, and if you're like me, I'm not a casual player. I feel like I'm a decent player. But I'm not like, they don't call me, they don't call me like Carl Jr. the Second. They call me Jake. You can call me Jake. So, first things first, we're just gonna see the map. By the way, is the stream lagging a little bit? I'm a little worried that the stream might be lagging a little bit. Boom. Looks good? Okay. Then it's just on my end. Very nice. Oh, and that's the finish. We got the silver medal. Only top 833, 31. Very nice. Stream is good. Nice, guys. Nice, nice, nice. So if you have any questions, I mean, I guess I can introduce myself a little more since we're just going to play Cup of the Day. I'm a 26-year-old student in Denmark. So I'm old, but also I study to become a math teacher. So the fact that I struggle with symbol addition and multiplication in the TMGL steps is a very good indicator of how well my students are going to do. It's going to be great. Other than that, I play a bunch of Trackmania, and I stream this game. This is the game that I stream as well. And I've been fortunate enough to befriend a bunch of very, very nice people in the community, including Virtual. And he gave me the opportunity to sit here and chat with you guys today, have a bunch of fun with the TMGO cast and all that kind of jazz, right? So it's gonna be good. We're in Denmark. I live in the southern part of Jutland, if you guys are interested. I also speak multiple languages. I'm trilingual. Is that not the thing? I speak Spanish, Danish, and English because my mom is not from Denmark, but that's really neither here nor there. Okay. So this is a full dirt map, guys. Which means that I really want to make sure that I keep my eyes on the gears. I'm 5 seconds behind where I was before. That is a bit of a whoopsie there. Oh. Here you go, here you go. That is not how you do it. That's a bad start. So I can actually, if you guys want to, I can quickly do like this. We're going to remove it. I can quickly do like this. Dashboard. And now you guys are able to see my my gears as well as my inputs. So if I'm talking about gears at any point, you can see them on screen. Whoops. Okay, I need to quickly rebind this. So I actually unbinded my my give up button because I never give up. No, that's not why. It's because I played an RPG earlier. If you don't know what an RPG is, I don't know. You know, no, don't Google it. It's probably pretty difficult to find. It's just a different kind of track style in Trackmania. Okay. Oh, I kept fourth gear. Very nice. Keeping the upper gear. Keep fourth gear again. Cool. Oh, I forgot that this is a heavy turn. Okay. Oh, doo-doo. One more time. We got 8 minutes, boys. We got 8 minutes. Oh, I gotta slow down. Unfortunate. Nice face. Thank you. I've worked on it for 26 years. Worked on it. How can you work on your face? No, I've had this face for a decent amount of time. Stay in fourth. Very nice. And that is not very nice. So yeah, exclamation mark virtual in chat if you want to know where the man is. He is I mean, he's sitting at the PC. He's in chat, right? He's making sure that I don't do anything stupid on his channel, which I definitely would have done if he didn't look. The second he looks away, I am gonna, I don't know, play the tambourine or something. I mean, that's not too bad. It's just that I'm bad at it. Boom. There you go. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Just keep the fourth gear. Where do I go? I forgot where to go. I lost the fourth gear. Okay. See, and there I started drifting. No, I drifted while I geared up. You want to make sure you don't drift while you gear up on dirt, because you actually lose a buttload of speed if you drift and gear up at the same time. Oh, we got gold. Let's go, dude. Let's go. So that's why I'm trying to keep an eye out on the gears. Once I've gotten fourth gear, I'm trying to maintain it. Because if I gear down, that means I have to gear up again. And once again, guys, that means I lose some speed. That's not great. Yep, that's not great. Can you guys hear the music? Isn't it? I mean, you can hear it, but it's super low. Where's the tambourine? I mean, okay, I kind of lied. It's not... It's not something that I have on me. I have a guitar behind me that's out of tune. Oh, look at that. Oh, I gotta remember. And then wide. Keep the fourth gear. Keep the fourth. Yo, we did it. Oh, I messed it up. Damn. Unfortunate. But good luck to everybody who's playing, by the way. If you're playing with me right here. I can see your names in the game. I'm top 372. Not my best position, I gotta admit. But I told myself this, that if I don't do well in the COTD, I can always blame the fact that there's so many people and I haven't played in front of this many people before. Which makes it super okay that I suck, right? No, I geared down. God damn it. What's the skin? It's a skin from TM Skins. I think you can Google TM Skins. They have a bunch of skins. And it's a good skin. Now, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and thank all of you guys for the subs and bits given to Virtual. He, of course, can't thank you right now. But I'm here, and I'm able to thank you. And as such, I will do so. But not right now, because I'm trying my best to win here. And once again, Virtual is sick. I'm stepping in for him. My name is Jnic. You can always find me if you want to. So I'll be doing the casts today. I'll be doing the streams today. Okay. Yeah, call me step streamer. That's what Virtual calls me all the time. It's like, hi, step streamer. That's actually what happened. He was stuck today. Virtual was stuck today, and he called me, hey, step streamer, can you help me? And then I was like, yeah, definitely. So, yep. All right, here we go. Boom. Keep the gear, keep the gear. I'm a god. There you go. And once again, do the same thing. Holy moly, we have a lot of speed, and that is not good. We have 2 minutes. Your right hand is still stuck in the washing machine. See? That's what I'm saying. It's so weird that usually when I stream, right, guys, I have my my stream dashboard on the left side, right? But I do not have that right now because, whoops, because I mean I can't go into Virtual's dashboard, so I'm just reading Virtual's chat from, you know, it's like I'm watching the stream as well. It's kind of weird. Okay, that's fine. Oh! No! God damn it. We can do better than this, guys. Not trusted? What do you mean? I'm streaming on his account. I'm definitely trusted. But, I might not be, I'm still not a mod. Maji is a mod. I don't know how she got it. Alright, guys. I need to focus, okay? There's too many things in chat. You guys realize, on my stream, when I stream myself, I read chat more than I play the game, which is a mistake. And now, there's so many people in chat that I cannot look at chat. If I do, there's just an overwhelming amount of information throwing into my face. Oh my god. Oh, I got third gear. Oh, I have to reset. I was actually in front of myself, but this is it. This is it, guys. Now I'm gonna drive perfectly. I'm gonna drive perfecter than perfectly. Words. Boom. Right? And then down here. And then maintain fourth. And then outside line. And then another outside line, guys. No, that's not an outside line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, it matters. It matters so much. Oh, god damn it. Well, we're gonna get like div 10 or something. So I hope to see you there. Woo! Okay, can I not make my camera a little bit smaller? Because I feel like I can. Oh god, guys, look what I can do here. Look what I can do. Okay, get ready for this. Okay. Oh my god, we have lights in the background now because I'm professional. So, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where my lights are. Here. Boom. Guys, does this not look sexy? Like in the sense that, you know, it's kind of cozy now. We can't really, you know, it's just, oh, there's some lights in the background. They're purple, and I'm sitting here, and you know, stuff like that. Very, very nice. So, by the way, I know I can't, but I have my own notifications on this screen because it's in my OBS, and I can see how many of you guys have followed me, and I just feel like I should say thank you for that. So, and Virtual is absolutely spamming his own chat. We should that is a lot of spam, Virtual. Holy shit. But I did just want to say thank you to you guys for being very kind in the chat. Since I'm not Virtual, I know that you expected Virtual today, like, oh, where is he? And then it's just me. So for you guys being very, very kind in chat, showing the love and all that jazz, and then also jumping into my stream and actually following, I really, really do appreciate it, guys. That's more than I could ever ask for as a welcome into this stream thing. Right? Like, this is a pretty big welcome into the casting career, right? So now if I ever need to, you know, I don't know, do radio, I don't know. Can you ever? So I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to my friends, right? If you're a Twitch streamer, right, you're used to like talking in front of a bunch of people and stuff like that. But can a Twitch streamer really write streaming on a resume? Right? Can you write streaming on a resume? Like, okay, is that a flower? 1 second. Is that a flower that does that? No way! This flower right here is the toughest flower I've ever encountered. Holy crap. What? You can just full bonk on the flower. Look at that! People bonk on this flower. Okay, well, that's a chat flower. Yeah. God damn it. Okay, whatever. What was I saying? Yeah. Can you write stuff like that? On a resume? Can you be like, oh yeah, I was once a Twitch streamer and I had people watch. Like, is that a thing? Like, what? Alright. Either way, guys, I need to make sure that I can drive this semi-consistently, which is hopefully gonna happen. It might not happen. Oh my god. Oh, doo-doo. We have 40 seconds to do a perfect run. Jumper? Oh, perfect. Oh no, that's not. I have to land in a drift right there, because if I don't land in a drift, I need to slow down so much. Okay, I can't remember the last part of the map anymore. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna suck tremendously. Well, guys, we're gonna try our best, okay? So we're in div, whatever div this is. I have no idea. I'm not gonna play with things on. Oh, we have a prediction if I'm gonna be top 32. And there's like 500,000 points in it. Chat overlay is from my chat. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, whoops. That is a good start. Thank you. Don't worry. The first round does not have any knockouts, okay? Okay. I'm gonna play like mime now. And I'm gonna be last. And then I'm gonna get first. And then I'm gonna bonk and get almost last again. Okay? Whoops. Come on. Dude, we're in third gear. We're just gonna keep lower gear and, nope. But yeah, guys, if you're not playing the Cup of the Morning, or the Cup of the Day, sorry, I usually play Cup of the Mornings. If you're not playing Cup of the Day, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till the TMGL starts. The TMGL starts at 8 p.m., right? So, do look forward to that. You can always just leave for a bit and come back if you want to, or you can stick around and have fun. I'm definitely ready myself. It's in 2 hours? No. It's in 40 minutes. 37 minutes. 38 minutes. Something like that. What's your highest div in COTD? I've gotten div 1, and I think the highest place in div 1 I got was like 22nd or something. But I don't really play Cup of the Days. It's been a very, very long time since I've played a Cup of the Day. I usually play Cup of the Mornings, which is the same thing as Cup of the Day, but it's oddly enough in the morning. It's 11 a.m. So you guys don't know this, but I usually stream during the daytime. I'm trying to stream during the evenings as well now because of my school schedule. I'm not able to stream during the mornings every day. But I like streaming during the mornings, playing Cup of the Morning, playing some RPGs with you guys. Oh. Did the music stop? Why did the music stop? Either way. Oh. Oh no, the music didn't stop. It just changed song. How dare it change songs? What do you study? I study to become a teacher. So I can reach these kids. Okay. So, the thing is, this could be fun if I had like, so for example, I was a substitute teacher for a decent amount of time. And those kids actually have found out that I stream. So I've had like my previous students come to my stream, which was weird. So if I'm becoming a teacher, I don't think I can stream at the same time as teaching, because wouldn't that be weird? Like, wouldn't that be weird? If you had a teacher that was also a stream, I don't know. No? Okay. Oh my god. Don't. Oh! Yeah, definitely on purpose. Don't worry about it. It was a calculated speed reduction technique passed down through generations by me to myself. I've lived multiple generations, so don't There you go. See, we're not out yet. Okay. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the format of the TMGL, as well as what maps we're going to be playing, as well as some other stuff once we get there, okay? What division is this? Not a good one. Hey, it's round 4 out of 20. That's funny. That's the funny meme number. Damn. Oh, this is 2 inside. Oh, this is also 2 inside. I'm not getting a lot of exit speed here. Oh, and I lost 4th gear. Boo. Oh, I lost 4th gear again. Dude, how many times can I do that? Kind of impressed by myself. Boom, boom. Yo, we PB'd. Let's go. Oh, yeah. And also, Virtual, can you remind me that I have to press record when we go into the TMGL? Because I guarantee that I will forget to press record. I know myself, and I need, like... It's about knowing yourself, guys. And I know myself. I know I have a few things I know about myself. I know that if I don't do the dishes while there's not a lot of dishes, then once there's a lot of dishes, I'm not going to do them anymore. Because it's just too many, right? So I need to do the dishes continuously, right? I also know that if there's too much laundry to do, I'm not going to do my laundry until, like, I don't have any more clothes. Because I am lazy. And if there's just too much, it's just too much. I don't want to do it. I also know that if I fall asleep between, like, so if I have classes during a day, right, and I get home at like 3, 4 p.m. and I take a nap, I know that I'm not going to wake up before it's 8, 9 p.m. So that's why if I nap, I need to do it earlier. Do I shower in socks? Nobody showers in socks, dude. There's a few things you guys gotta... Okay, there's a few things you guys gotta know, okay? So, if you put your socks on first after you've showered, you're weird, okay? Don't put your socks on first after you shower. If you shower, you clean yourself off and you put on a t-shirt or underwear. One of those two. Either one is acceptable. But don't put on socks first. Right? Damn. It's like the people that stand up and wipe. Why would you stand up to wipe? Also, the people that... There's people that curl the tissue paper. Don't curl the tissue paper. You fold the tissue paper. And then you sit down and wipe. It cannot be difficult. Uh-oh. Oh, this is, not good. Oh, no, we're fine. Boom. Boom. There we go. What div is this? This is div 11. You can't wipe sitting down because your dorm toilet is tiny. That's so annoying, dude. Unfortunate. I'm sure Virtual is fine with me talking about this. I just need conversation starters. Like, this is what I talk about with people. If you were ever on a date with me, first dates is just me sitting there. So how do you wipe? And that's why I don't go on many dates. But, you know, I just need something to talk about. It's more awkward if you don't say anything. Oh, we're in first. Can we maintain this first position? Oh, keep fourth, keep fourth, keep fourth, keep fourth. Keep fourth, keep fourth, keep fourth. I'm a god. No, 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 don't fall. Okay, I missed the gear. I lost the gear, but other than that, that was pretty nice. Oh, I failed the ending as well, but who cares? Who cares? I'll take it. Did you guys actually vote on wiping? Might be why that woman ran away from you. Yeah, that's a good story. Long story short, guys, I for the first time in my life, this is like 3-4 months ago. 2 months ago. I got up the courage to try to say hi to a woman in real life without being drunk. Now, I know that doesn't sound like it's crazy, but that's scary, okay? And I went up to say hi, and basically what happened is I said hi, and the first thing she did is she looked at me and she was like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Jake." And then before I could say anything, she said, "I have to leave." And then she just turned around and started almost running. It was really weird. And then I felt very bad. I felt like I don't know, I felt like I did something bad. And I don't know what I did. I was just trying to be nice, dude. So ever since then, I've never done that. And I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. So, woo! That was nice. But it's a good story, which is nice. There you go. Boom. Boom. There you go. There you go. But, yeah. I'm not really... God damn it. Oh, this is not good. Oh my god, did I save it? Is this saved? Oh, I honestly thought I was gonna get yoinked out of the wow, wow. I am impressed. Oh, we kept fourth? Yo. Oh. Wicked. This was a little bit of a scuffed round. Whoops. Definitely intentional. Yep. Okay, guys. We're in the top 18. If we get top 16, there's only 2 players that get eliminated each time. Okay, so just drive safe. And we can win this. Or at least not lose immediately. Gotta take it one step at a time. Uh-oh. Nope. Didn't crash. That's the important part. We're starting to lose a little bit of our pace. I feel like... Oh, we have 7 hundredths of a second to work with, guys. So I'm not too worried. I just need to save it. We have 7 hundredths of a second to work with. So as long as I don't touch anything, we should be Gucci. We should be Louis V. We should be Prada, dude. There you go. Nice. 7 tenths. Yes. Let's go, dude. Woo! So, we're now in the top 16. Actually, top 14. Question is, how far can we go? Right? How far can we go? Are we gonna get the top 5? Are we gonna get the top 8? Guys, I love that you like the music, but it's because I know you guys are technically Virtual's viewers, which is cool. So what did I do for the music? I took, straight up just stole Virtual's playlist. I'm gonna give it back. But right now, I just took Virtual's playlist and that's what we're listening to. That's why you guys like the music. It's because it's what you usually hear, I guess. Oh, please keep the gear. Oh, that is very nice. Is this a PB? Oh, almost a 0.5 PB. Very nice. You love to see it. Okay. And there's only 2 people. There's only 2 people per round that get eliminated now. Which means that only 2 people need to absolutely full bonk for me to be safe. And I just need to not be one of them. But I'm still gonna try my best to be fast. Alright, here you go. Oh, that is not perfect, but it's fine. We'll take it. Oh, that seemed pretty clean. I don't know if it was, but it felt like it was. And that's what matters. Oh, we kept the gear. No! No! Stop! Oh, we made it. Woo! Holy moly! That was close. I got scared. That was definitely on purpose. Don't question it, guys. Actually, I've scripted this entire evening. This is pre-recorded. Scripted and pre-recorded. That's why I can stream on Virtual's Twitch. It's because I'm actually not streaming. It's Virtual streaming a video. Boom. Have you guys never noticed how the big streamers, they don't read chat? And like some of the big streamers, they don't really read chat, or the chat is so big that you don't know if what they read is actually real. That's because sometimes, you know, you want an off day, you just want a day where you don't do anything, and you just put on a video, and people can't tell anyway. Right? Oh, we got first. That's why I love the chat right now, because it's so big. It's so, like, there's so many people in chat that I could read what I wanted to. And you would think that somebody wrote that. I could be like, Jake, you are so handsome and good looking. How do you drive so well? Oh, that's a hard question to answer. Thank you, random chatter who wrote that, by the way. Definitely something that happened, and I appreciate it. But you know, it's just genetics, you know. It's just genetics. Okay, we'll take that. We didn't lose the gear yet. Okay, don't mess this turn up either. Alright, I'm gonna save it. Dude, we're getting PBs on PBs. What is happening? That is, damn. Woo. I'd love to see it. Noises. The more random noises I make, the more time I can fill in the stream. You know, it's hard to talk all the time. especially something I've noticed as I'm a smaller streamer, right? I don't have multiple thousands of people in my stream. I have like, I don't know, 100 to 200. And I can read chat in my stream. And as such, if I need anything to talk about, I can just read frickin' frick. Oh, once you fail once, it all just goes downhill. But I can PayPal this guy a lot of money, and I can be back in the game, don't worry. Okay? So, Cena, I need to PayPal you. Never mind it. I did not want to play anyway. Why would I want to play this game? I could have done it. But there's no way. Boom. We're out. That's 7th place. But that's fine. That gives us around 20 minutes to talk about all different sorts of stuff and set up the all the stuff we have to do for the Trackmania Grand League. Okay. So let's do that. What do I have? What do I have ready for us? I think I have. Here we go. Hi guys. So we're here. I'm here. Look at this. We're gonna talk about the TMGL, and that it's just a small 20 minutes for us to talk about TMGL. So let's just jump into it. Where's Virtual? So once again, I'll introduce myself since we're getting very, very close. I am Jnic. I'm subbing in for Virtual today, and hope you still enjoy the stream. Now, boom, look at this. Here we have the the way things are gonna play. Okay, we have 4 maps, 1 of 4 maps. If you guys were here for the TMGLC, you just saw this. But this is the regular season. We have 4 maps of 6 laps each, and you guys can see on the screen just how many points each position gives here. Okay, so first place gets 25, second place gets 22. The important part is looking between top 8 and top 9. Look at top 8. Top 8 gets 15 points, while top 9 gets 5 points. We're seeing a big differential right there. So we're going to see players really push for that top 8 position. But also, you know, people, of course, want first place. Now, you're also going to get 2 points if you are in first, like if you get the fastest lap. So that's amazing. So people are also going to try to do that. The last and final map, which today is going to be... Oh, is it a jump map? I can't remember the name. It's called Launchpad. We're going to have 8 rounds of 2 laps. And you can see here on screen that the first 4 rounds, they're going to give you a multiplier, ×2 multiplier. And the 5th round is going to give you the 5th and 6th round is going to give you a ×3. The 7th is going to give you a ×4. And the 8th is going to give you a ×5. That means that nobody is going to get any points in the last map. The final map, nobody gets any points. You only get multipliers that multiply the points that you already accumulated. Now, that's important. That's really important because that means that you want to get the points before the first map. Record? What do you mean? What are you guys talking about? No, it's not yet. It's once the thing starts, right? It's once the thing starts. Are we not? Guys, it's once the TMGL starts. It's not started yet. I'm just doing the pregame. I'm just doing the pregame, guys. This is just us chilling, talking about the things, having fun, and learning about the Grand League. Okay, just for anybody who you know, doesn't know. Okay, so that's how it's gonna work. We're gonna have 4 maps with 6 laps, and then we're gonna have the final map with 8 rounds of 2 laps. It's gonna be very interesting to see what people come up with here. And then let's take a look at the previous step. Whoops, there you go. There you go. No. There you don't go. No. Stop. 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 God damn it. I just bought this Stream Deck, okay? I'm not used to pressing the button yet. Like, I just bought the Stream Deck. I have not pressed the buttons yet, okay? So, relax, chat. Good. Thank you. Ugh. Okay. If we look at the previous step, we have Grenadi at the top. Masa, Afi, Aurel, Scrappy, and Bren. In the top 6. Bren is, though, tied with Papu with 277 points. Very nice. Binks, Carl Jr., Mutta, Pack, Spam, Worker, Tween, or Gwen, Kappa, and Tween. Now, here, if we take a quick look at last step, Masa got a very, very clutch 5 times multiplier last step at the very, very ending that just skyrocketed him up in the points here. So last step was won by Masa. Scrappy got second and Binks got third. Very, very nice. So they got some really, really important steps, and hopefully we can see them continue. Obviously, I'm hoping to see Scrappy really push as hard as he can, because I don't think he had the best starting steps, but he's doing very, very well, and the last step was super important for him. And Masa got an incredible step. Really, really nice to see Grenadi, a first-timer for the TMGL, in the first place. So this is Grenadi's first time in the TMGL. He does not have any TMGL experience, and he's still in first. It's very, very well done by him. And Carl Jr. here in top 9. I think we're gonna see Carl Jr. Maybe try a little harder later in the maybe later steps, or in this step and forward, because of course Carl Jr. can push it if he wants to. I think that he might have just not taken too much attention to it so far. Furthermore, further down the ladder, we have Mutta. Mutta, I'm hoping that also does well. This is Mutta's second TMGL, right? And definitely hoping that he does push it as much as he can. It's very, very nice to see him up there. Spam and Pack, some very experienced players, unfortunately, on P11 and P12. But Spam seems to have avoided every single one of the multipliers. So hopefully we can maybe give him a little bit of luck here at the ending of today's cast. Then we have Worker, Gwen, Kappa, and Tween here at the in the bottom positions here. It's kind of weird to see Gwen and Tween and Kappa at the bottom. You would think that they would do a little better as they have so much experience. But, you know, sometimes you don't have a good start to a step, or sometimes you don't have a good start to a season, and things can definitely still turn around right here. Now, I do want to note, Binks is the one that he plays on a laptop keyboard, right? Boom, that's me. Binks is the one who plays on a laptop keyboard, right? Like, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Also, by the way, guys, if you're like, I know you're spamming yeah, okay? This is Virtual's music. This is Virtual's playlist. Okay? I don't know this song. I don't know what we're listening to. It's Virtual, what is okay, doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. We're just chilling with the music. Why does it have to be bad? Why are you mad? It's only a game. Alright, so there's 10 minutes. 10 minutes till the thing. So let's try to see if we can jump into the Grand League servers. I'm gonna do that while you guys watch my face. Where is it? TMGL Fall 2021. Boom. Jumping in. So, guys, I'm looking forward to casting this step with you. I will introduce myself once again when the step kind of starts, or before the step starts here. Okay? So, we still have 10 minutes, making sure that we have everything that we need. There you go. You can now see this, and I'm just making sure that everything looks like it's supposed to. People are in here. Everybody is here except one person. I can't really see who it is that we're missing. I don't see Tween. No, Tween is right here. We were spectating Tween. I am 3 years old. Hey, Irsa. But yeah, people are in here already, and they're here. I'm gonna record in like 5 minutes, guys. Okay. I'm gonna record in like 5 minutes. I know what I can do while we wait for the recording. Shoot. I need to set something up that I didn't get to set up before. Here, I need to set up like 4 buttons on my stream deck that I forgot to set up because I am bad at streaming. So what's the buttons? It's a bunch of source buttons. Okay, and then we need the presentation. On board 1, presentation. On board 2, presentation. On board 3. I'm doing some behind the scenes work, except it's not behind the scenes because you can see me, but just imagine it being behind the scenes. Okay, it should be working, and everything should be set up the way it's supposed to be. If it's not, then we are sad. I just need to see if it works. It works! Okay, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Now we're going to jump into the in-game section right here. Wait. What did I press? Stop! There you go. It works. Cool. So, we're in here. Are we? I'm not gonna start yet. I don't really know when to start. There's still 8 minutes left to go. So let's just take a chill pill and look at the players as they drive throughout this map. This is, of course, map. Is this the first one? No, this is not the first one. This is the last one. This is the one we just saw called Launchpad. This is the last one. This is the one that they're gonna battle it out for the multipliers on, guys. Record the step. But guys, I mean, the step has not started yet. Also, I just asked Virtual. I didn't. Okay, guys, don't worry. I am professional to a fault. When I go to a job interview and they ask me what my biggest flaw is, I say that I'm too professional. So, you know, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, I need to remember to take off the music. Good on you for remembering that, because I would have completely forgot. Boom. Okay, in-game music. I can't hear it at all, but that's how that is. There's actually no desktop audio at all for me now. That's fine. Do we want the music a little louder here? No, I don't think we want the music as loud. Okay, here we go. I think this is fine. We're turning up the cars a little bit so that we can really hear those engines roar, guys. We want to hear those engines, right? Okay, so I hope the sound is the sound fine. Can somebody mod or Virtual tell me if the sound is good? Sounds good. Works great. Good. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think we're 5 minutes away from the start. I think we're gonna press record now, and they can just trim the video if they want to, right? Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Shoot. I'm nervous, guys. I am nervous. I'm nervous. I haven't started the counter yet, okay, guys? I haven't started the thing. I'm hyping myself up because I am nervous. But let's just get going with it. Pressing the start record button. Now, all right, we're recording. We're recording. So, guys, I'm gonna put my controller away because I don't need to play on it anymore or use it. So, guys, welcome to Step 4. To the Trackmania Grand League Step 4. We're currently in the warm-up phase, and I will talk you guys through what is gonna happen for this step right here, okay? So, taking a quick look at the maps that we're gonna play, because I actually forgot to show you guys that. Look at these maps, okay? These are the maps that we're gonna be playing here. On the Edge by Poolside, Pole Party by Hasto, Vertigo by Poolside, Poolside by Kaesla, and Launchpad by Ubisoft Nadeo. And we're gonna be playing these maps. The first 4 maps are gonna be 6 rounds or 6 laps, 1 round of 6 laps. And then the last map, we're gonna have 8 rounds of 2 laps, okay? The first 4 maps, that's where you're gonna get all your points. The last map is the multiplier, as you can see right here. No, that's not the thing. That's the thing. So, with that being said, guys, we're gonna be jumping into the first map very, very soon. So let's take a look at the first map right here by looking into our... Oh, whoops. Here. This is how the first map looks, guys. The first map starts with a downhill on a dirt section, then a left-handed drift. You want to make sure you don't overdrift too much because you really need to get that speed. You want to use that speed to accumulate onto it here, all the way until you get into a left-handed drift section. Use the exit speed from that drift section to drive over the penalty grass and get into a pinhead turn. Utilize as much of the road on that pinhead turn as possible to maintain that exit speed. Getting a jump transition into a dirt section and then a tight right-handed turn into a tech section. Here in the tech section, you really want to make sure you are conservative with the drifts, because the more you drift, the more speed you lose. Also, into a U-turn with a reactor boost, giving you more speed into yet another U-turn on a dirt part. Trying to maintain that upper gear on the dirt part, because you want as much speed going out of here into this engine off section, because in the engine off section you of course can't accelerate anymore, so the speed you go in with is the speed you have. And this is the identity. This is where people are gonna bonk. This is where people are gonna accidentally hit the outside, and this is where you're gonna accidentally lose multiple seconds. Boom. So that's what we're doing, guys. It's gonna be very, very, very interesting to watch. Okay, if we still have a couple of minutes before the actual map starts. We have 1 minute, and then we're gonna jump into it. For this map right here, I am looking to see if Granati can pull things off once again. You can also see all the hearts beside the players. You can go ahead and vote on the players that you like. So, with that being said, guys, I think we're gonna jump into the first map. Let me just drink some water. Guys, this is gonna be great. You can see how Bren is gonna take a more inside approach right here. Oh, unfortunately hitting the pole, but that's fine. It is the warm-up, but he does show us just how to do it. Getting into this engine off section with as much speed as possible, because you can accelerate even more. This is a very momentum heavy based section of the map. The speed you enter this section with is the speed it's the speed you're gonna have for the rest of the section. We're gonna see multiple people absolutely bonk here in the ending, because it's so tight, and because it's an engine off section, that means that if you have more speed than an opponent, they're not going to catch up to your speed. So if you enter that section with more speed, you're going to overtake people. And it's a risk you've got to take. And now we're heading into the warm-up with a 1 minute. I got baited. I thought this was the actual game. But this is not the game yet. We still have a minute-long warm-up. That means that we can actually take a quick look into the presentation again. This is not the way the map is played. This is a quick overview of the map. The map is a very, very, well, it's a very, very risky, tight map. And it's a very precise map. There's not a lot of places where you're gonna bonk except for the identity. But there's places where you can utilize better drifts mechanics, better dirt lines, to get a little bit, you know, those tenths of a second better than the others. And that's what's going to add up throughout the map. Furthermore, we have the identity that we're going to see the players come up to here in a second, where they're going to absolutely risk as much as possible to get the identity as fast as possible. You can see here they're all entering it with kind of the same speed, but you can risk it. And if you risk it by doing those tight drifts right there, that's where you gain the speed. That's where you gain the time. But if you accidentally hit a corner, if you accidentally hit the inside edge right there, you are going to have to make a snap decision. Am I going to reset from the CP, or am I going to drive for the rest of the map and just have to take those seconds off? And we're going to see players do a little bit of a different approach depending on what they think is the smartest. If you crash right before the goal, fine. You're going to have to just drive the rest. But if you crash in the beginning of the identity, we're going to see people go back into the CP. But look in here, in the first round of the TMGL Step 4, first lap, we're going to take a look at Binks, the keyboard player on a laptop, one of the youngest players as well, and he's currently in P1, or at least fighting for P1, but the whole field is very, very close, going into the pinhead turn. Oh, and Binks, unfortunately, not getting the turn that he wants and hits the outside wall. It's going to drop down in positions right here, all the way down into last place, actually, at least fighting for last place. Taking a look at the top 4 positions, we have Gwen, Carl Jr., Scrappy, and Masa. And Gwen doing some very, very clean drift lines here. Going into the first U-turn, getting the booster, going into the second U-turn. We're going to see if they can keep the upper gear here. Want to make sure that they exit this turn with as much speed as possible. Going into the engine off section, we have Afi, Scrappy, and Gwen here in the top pack as well, fighting for that top position. Is anybody going to make a mistake in the first identity on lap 1 here? I think everybody does it pretty cleanly. We have a mistake here. We have one mistake. I didn't see who that was. I think it was Carl Jr. with a mistake. He has to, and Binks as well. They have to take the safe line into lap 2. We once again have Masa and Afi and Pack, Gwen here on the top. Names that we're definitely going to see multiple times in the top positions right here. Pack leading the race with a 0.2 of a lead. We want to see these guys utilize as much of the road as possible to get a lot of exit speed. You see Masa here doing it super well, taking a little bit more of an edge towards Gwen here. And we're going to see them go into this tech section once again. Pag in the lead, making sure that he's not losing any time, but actually getting a little bit better of a drift right here. And Masa and Gwen both catching up to him. Gwen actually trying to push it very, very much. Unfortunately, does not get the full push that he wants to, but there's definitely a good race here for the top 3. Looking at the top 9 people, the players definitely want to make sure that they get the top 8 positions. If you get the top 8 positions, we're talking the difference between 15 points on top 8 till 5 points on top 9. So that's the Scrappy making a mistake, unfortunately clipping the inside, and he's going to lose so many positions, dropping down to P12, I think. Unfortunate for Scrappy. We might have seen him just risk a little bit too much, but that's what I said. You want to risk that identity because it's going to give you so much time, but also if you accidentally hit anything, you're going to lose multiple seconds and multiple positions. Taking a look at Grenadi right here, fighting for that top 8 position right behind Kappa. Jumping into the transition on the dirt here, going in for the tight right-hander. Don't want to clip anything right there. And we have a little bit of a tech section right here. A lot of players here just like Spam, like Carl Jr., a lot of the oldies but goldies, a lot of the people with a lot of experience. They're all very, very good at these tech sections because Back in the day, tech was the primary focus in the competitive scene, so they have all the muscle memory, they have all the experience on the tech, whereas players like Mutta, unfortunately Mutta is in the P16 here. Mutta, who has gotten into the competitive scene, TMGL a little later, this is only the second TMGL, he has less experience on the tech, but that does not matter because he's still showing us some really promising steps, and hopefully he can keep the pace up here in step 4. Spam has fought his way up until P5, that's very nice to see. Driving over the penalty grass section up until the pinhead. Very nice. I remember Spam missing one of the pinhead turns in a previous TMGL where he missed a Neo slide, and he promptly chose to do a 12-hour long Neo slide map to make sure he never does that again. And so far, that pinhead turn looks very nice for them. Hairpin turn, I'm sorry. Looking at Masa and Gwen here in first and second place, Pak on third, Afi on fourth. Let's see if there's any major stirrups in the position here in the top 4 positions here. Looking into the identity, going super close. Afi, I think, clipped the inside, and Pak getting a lot better speed. Masa and Gwen both doing it surprisingly well, and everybody in the top 3 is doing it cleanly. Anybody else making any mistakes? We see Tween getting down in the positions, Kaba going down, Mutta getting up to P13, very, very nice to see. Scrappy is back up to P8, even though he lost so much in the previous identity. Very, very nice to see. Papu just ahead of him, going into the hairpin turn once again. Very, very nice. Nobody making any major mistakes. We have a 2-second differential between top 8 and top 1. Gwen definitely driving a super nice pace. A 109.7 from Pak is also a very, very nice lap time. Looking into the next U-turn right here. Gwen and Masa trying to extend the lead down to the rest of the pack. It's funny because his name is Pak. Did not mean to do that. But Pak is 0.6 behind Gwen. Bren is a second behind. Taking a look at the top 4 in the identity once again. Nobody making any major mistakes. No caster's curse this time. Definitely cleanly driven by everybody here. Anybody else making any mistakes? I think it looks fine. All of the top 8 got through the identity cleanly. Very, very nice to see. I know it doesn't really look that bad because these players definitely make the identity look smooth as butter, but I'm telling you guys, it's very, very difficult to drive this identity cleanly, especially if you have a lot of speed. Scrappy once again fighting for that top 8 position. Less than 1/10 of a second between him and Binks. Let's see if he can overtake, get a little bit of a wobbly line, but he does that on purpose to maintain as much ground contact as possible so he can keep accelerating. Binks and Scrappy in a very, very tight fight, and Spam right in front of them. Scrappy going for a little bit more of an inside line, does not get as much exit speed as he wants to. Gets a wider line than Binks here. I don't know if that's going to make it better for him. He's actually not really overtaking, not gaining any speed on Binks. Taking a look at the top 4 positions once again for the identity. Everybody seems to be doing it just fine. No major mistakes. Pak really going close to the inside right there, but everybody seems to be doing it just fine. And we have the top 4 with no major mistakes. Afi making no mistake because this was literally the last the last round, and Gwen making it. Masa on second, Pak on third, Bren on fourth, Grenadi on fifth, Afi on sixth, Spam and Scrappy 7th and 8th. I almost missed that was the last round. I almost missed it, but I didn't. Don't worry about it. Definitely well played by the top players, and we're gonna jump into the second map, guys. The second map is called Pool Party, and let's take a quick look at how the map is supposed to be driven right here, okay? Let's do that right now. Pool Party by Hasto. It's a very consistent map, but we have a few sections called the identity sections that are going to be very, very difficult. You start off with a jump over here. If you don't have enough speed, which can happen, you're going to have to take a safe line. It's going to lose you multiple seconds. Then we get into a little bit of a safe section and a left-handed dirt turn. Right here, you want to maintain the speed because you can accidentally not get enough speed and bonk the wall here. And that's going to lose you multiple seconds once again. Then we're going to go into a U-turn followed by another U-turn followed by the first part of the identity where you drive through these pillars right here. This is a very, very scary section of the map. But trust me, these players have made it look easy the previous steps. And they're going to make it look easy once again. These players have practiced this so much. This is a very, right here, a very momentum-heavy based section of the map. The speed you go into this section with is the speed that you're going to build on top of. Because there's no place in that section that you actually let go of the accelerator. So that's why it's a momentum-heavy section of the map. And that's why we're going to see players overtake each other right there. Going into 2 more U-turns, followed by the next identity right here. And this identity features another engine off section. So if you accidentally hit one of the poles in that engine off section, you're gonna lose multiple seconds. And that's what I mean. Let's take a look. People are actually doing it right here. You can see Pack is gonna jump straight down here into the grass part after the identity section. And if you don't get the identity section perfectly, you can't do that jump, and then you can't do the subsequent jump, and you're gonna lose a lot of time. So let's hope people are gonna do this cleanly. Taking a look at Afi here in the beginning. Everybody is neck and neck. Of course, in the beginning, there's not much to be done wrong. But Afi does seem to take that first place already. Aurel right in the middle of the pack. We're seeing players only 0.2 away from each other. We unfortunately have Pack with a major mistake in the start. No, Pack 10 seconds behind already. You hate to see it. Pack has got to push it if he wants to take home just a few points. Kaba here on P9. You can see the field, just how close it is in front of Kaba here, going into the momentum heavy section of the map. Pack winning this the last time. Unfortunately, Pack couldn't keep the pace he had from the last step on this map, and he's gonna be in the last position right here. Kaba finding his way up to P7. You can see these players are going to try to enter that section without drifting, because if you drift while entering the transition, you're going to lose a little bit of speed. Going into the second part of the identity right here, let's see if anybody is going to make any mistakes. Kappa here on 8th. We have a mistake by Papu. Unfortunately, Papu hits a corner, and he's going to lose a bunch of speed and a bunch of time, jumping all the way down into P15. Unlucky for Papu right there. Kappa is now on P8 still. Other players get pushed up. Gwen all the way up until P2. Afi on P1. Definitely looking nice for the top 3 players right here. Afi has made a 0.2 lead on the pack here. Very, very nicely done. Mutta on P9 fighting for P8 with Granati into the first section of this identity. Everybody does it cleanly. The whole pack does it great. Going into the momentum heavy base section of the map. Two right-handed drifts right here onto the road section. One jump followed by a few turns and a drift. The positions aren't really going to sway too much here because this is a very safe section of the map. Now we can see a little bit of the sway in times here. If anybody makes a mistake hitting the inside line right here, everybody does it super nicely. Getting the U-turn followed by the second U-turn. Nicely done into the identity for the second time. Is anybody gonna make a mistake? Once again, we see everybody doing it super cleanly. Beautifully done by the first 8 players of the pack here. Super, super well done. You love to see it. Smooth as butter. Mutta here, unfortunately, only with 1 point to his name. Really trying to push in onto the top 8 positions right here. Afi still holding on to that P1. 0.1 ahead of Binks, who is in P2. Very nicely done. Binks and Afi actually neck and neck right here. Did Binks really catch up to Afi just like that? Very, very nicely done. 0.3 ahead of the rest of the game. And everybody does it once again. Everybody does it so cleanly, like butter with the first identity. And we're heading into the more safe section of the map. Looking at Spam here, just behind. 0.8 away from the top 8 positions. This is once again the safe section of the map. We're not going to see too many mistakes, but if we do see a mistake, it's going to cost you greatly because it is a momentum-heavy base section of the map, right? Following Mutta in the top 8 here at the last section of the map. 2 more U-turns till we get into the identity once again. Let's take a look at the top 8, seeing if anybody does any mistakes. I think everybody seems to be doing it just fine. And it's smooth as butter once again. Beautifully done by the first 8 players of the map here. Scrappy trying to overtake Mutta for the P8. They're really trying to fight for that P8 right here. Remember that it's a difference between 10 points, 15 points for P8, 5 points for P9. You really want to make sure you get that. Top 9 players here within 1 second of each other. We're seeing some very close racing right here. 4.5 minutes of racing and only 1 second differentiates the top 8 players. Very nice. Top 9 players here. Oh, we see Binks making a mistake. Unfortunately, Binks hit a pole and he's gonna be pushed down all the way to P12, which gives Mutta the P8 position that he was looking for, but he has to maintain the pace if he wants to keep it there. But Binks, unfortunately, hitting that pole, jumping all the way down in the field. P13 called Junior overtaking him on P12. Scrappy and Mutta fighting for that 7th and 8th place. Tween right behind them, trying to get that top 8 place. Going into the identity section once again. It's a very tight field. It looks like everybody's doing just fine. Nobody hitting anything. Very nicely done by the top 9 players of the field here. Spam right behind Tween. Really want to make sure that he gets a good step here as well. He needs a good step. And hopefully we see Spam finally get one of those multipliers that he's looking for in the last map of this step. But we'll have to wait and see with that one. Grenadi has already fought himself all the way up to P5, fighting with Massa for that P4. They're neck and neck right here, the 2 German players. Oh, Bren has made a mistake. Bren clipped the inside of the turn, and he's going to lose so much speed. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about because this is the momentum-heavy base section of the map. This is what we were worried about. If you make a mistake there, you're going to lose not just the mistake you made, but the momentum you could have had throughout that section of the map. Unfortunate that Bren had to lose a little bit of time on that. Mutta and Scrappy, 8th and 7th place. Tween right behind them, trying to get that a little bit more speed, making sure you don't drift that much on this dirt section right here. Getting a tight line on the U-turn, another tight line on the second U-turn, and then you got to drive the identity without touching anything. I think Mutta unfortunately making a mistake, and he's gonna jump down in positions as well. Unfortunate, and Spam is now 1 step closer to that top 8. Tween getting that top 9 position. Very nice to see for him. He also needs it in this step. Only 2 points to his name. He definitely can risk it a little bit for the biscuit here. Massa, Afi, and Gwen still fighting for that top. Grenadi is also in the mix. To the right-handed tight turn right here. Want to make sure Grenadi actually got a little bit more of a drift than I think he needed. Getting a little bit less speed than Massa here. Losing a little bit of time. Let's go, Massa, indeed. Massa here on P3, trying to get up to Afi and Gwen, but Afi and Gwen really holding a 0.4 lead to the rest of the pack right here. Definitely a good showing by Afi and Gwen in the top 1 and top 2 positions. Spam is now a second behind Tween. He must have done something to lose him a little bit of time. Mutta is 2 seconds behind Spam, so it's really Spam and up that we're looking for after this 7 minutes of driving, and the players are still 1.5 seconds close to each other. Let's take a look at the top 4 going into the last identity. We have Afi and Gwen in the top 2. Afi, is he going to overtake? Almost. Afi actually overtakes by 0.04 of a second, and Afi gets the win of the map. Gwen gets second, Massa third, Grenadi fourth, Kappa fifth, Spren 6th, Scrappy 7th, and Tween 8th. Mutta actually getting that 9th place. We see Spam making a mistake, getting the 11th, Aurel 10th, called Junior, Worker, Pack, Binks, and Papu all the way down to 16th. Very nice to see Afi getting that very slight snipe at the very ending of the map. Very nice to see. Good job. Okay. We're jumping into the next map. Top 8 for Tween too. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Tween has not done too great lately and only have gotten a couple of top 8 positions. Oh, I got baited. It's right. It's the clash time, guys. It's clash time. We are going to control a car and we're going to try our best to see if we can win clash time, guys. Who are we going to play as? That's a good question. So, as you can see on screen during the break, you will be able to control your favorite TMGL player's car. We have to cooperate and cross as many checkpoints as we can. Plus is accelerate. Minus is brake. We can drive to the left, to the right, or we can respawn. But respawning is only for the mods. So, hopefully we can do great here in the clash time, guys. I believe in us. We're 6,000 people strong. We can definitely get this clash time working. Okay, 8 seconds to go, boys. I'm looking forward to seeing just how well you guys can cooperate in chat. Okay, we're playing as Papu. Okay, we slight left. Keep in mind the delay. Okay, no, this is fine. Just straight left. Just a little bit left, guys. I see a lot of forwards. Oh, and a right. We need to go right. Oh my god. Oh, you could. I think this calls for a respawn, guys. Or we head back. We're currently driving straight into a wall here. I think we might need to respawn, boys. Oh. Oh, we're playing as Tween. Oh my god, respawn, guys. Okay, just go ahead. Just drive, guys, drive. We can do this. Don't worry. Left, a little bit left. Just a little bit left. Okay, straight. Just keep going straight, guys. Okay, never mind. I lied to you. We have to respawn. Don't worry. We got it next time. Third time's the charm. Can somebody press respawn? Nice. Okay. No, don't go right. Don't. Okay, no, this is fine. Just straight. Oh, we got the first checkpoint. Get ready to drive left. And there's a right-hander right after this left-handed turn. Okay? So left. Yes, and there's a right-hander right here. Right. We can overtake so many people. Oh. Keep going right. No, don't. Back. Okay. Continue right. Forward and right. No, not backwards and right. That's the wrong thing to do. Forwards and right. Oh, you got it. Oh, this is not good. Okay, we have to keep it right. And oh, this is too hard. I think we need to respawn, boys. We're stuck. Oof. Alright, left and a right, guys. A left and a right. There's so many people stuck in the start. First left. Keep in mind the delay, guys. And then a right, and then a right. Right? Oh, no. Okay. No, straight. Just go straight. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Okay. See, we're top 8 now. Nice. And a long straight section. Okay. There's a long straight section. We can make it up. We can overtake Massa. He's driving backwards? What is he doing? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. Masa's chat is doing something. But we overtook Masa for the P7. Very, very nice, guys. Good job. Good job. Oh, you love to see it. Well played, boys. Well played. Okay, guys. Boys, we're going into the next map. This map is called Vertigo. And we're gonna check out a little presentation of it, boys. Vertigo by Poolside here. This map is semi-consistent for most of the map, but what is gonna really make people sweat is the identity. The identity is a super sketchy pipe section. So we see a couple of left-handed turns on the dirt, a jump down. You want to land early on the downhill right here to preserve as much speed as possible. Then we have a wall ride into the first pipe. Now these pipes are what define this map here. Now we have a left-hander into the rest of the pipe sections. One pipe, another pipe. Make sure you don't fall off. You want to make sure that you turn on the pipe in such a way that the car gets pushed down into the pipe. Then we have an engine off section right here. Make sure you enter the engine off section with as much speed as possible. And then the last part of the identity, we have another left-handed uphill pipe turn. And then this last one. This is where we might see people fall out as well. It is definitely more difficult than it looks, guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing people drive this map here. Okay. We have 13 seconds until the map start. I am hoping that we see just a few people really risk the pipe sections, because you can drive fast and you can get those pipe sections very, very smoothly, but you might fly out very, very far, and that's unfortunate. Okay, let's take a look at Carl Jr. here in the middle of the pack. Going for a couple of left-handed turns. Make sure you don't enter this turn with too much of a drift. Very, very nice downhill landing right there, landing as early as possible. We see a couple of different lines on the wall ride. Some people elect to go high, some people choose to go low. Oh, we have the first mistake, and we have Masa making a mistake, flying out of the map. Unfortunately, Masa will not be in the top of this field. Everybody seems to do fine, but Papu and somebody else, Worker as well, making a mistake. Unfortunate for those guys. That's what I'm saying. These pipes are going to take out some of these people. We have the rest of the pack here, the top 8 players going into the rest of the identity. Let's see if they do this last pipe section smoothly. It does look like everybody seems to get it just fine. No major mistakes. When you jump off that last pipe section, you'll also have a chance to actually get a slowdown, which is what happened to Mime. And he actually lost the victory on that map because of that last in the challenger step. I'm pretty sure it was Mime. Gwen is already so far ahead. 0.5 almost ahead of Afi and Binks. Definitely some pace we see from Gwen White here. Scrappy only 700s away from the top 8, which is Pack here. Sorry, my voice. And let's see if we see anybody making some mistake. Nope. Everybody does so just fine except Binks, who actually fell out. I did not see it, but I could see it on the CP times here. Binks unfortunately falling out. And we have another victim of the pipe section. Then we have Orel, P6, P5, P6 trying to fight for this last section right here. Everybody seems to do it so smoothly. I cannot let you guys know just how difficult that is compared to how it looks. The top 3 players, we have Grenadi and Afi fighting against Gwen. Gwen is a full second ahead of the rest of the pack. Gwen is definitely utilized. And let's take a look at what Gwen is doing right here to make it so fast. Going for a middle line here on the wall ride. A little bit of an SD here on the dirt. You love to see it. And let's see if he makes any major mistake here on the pipe section. That would be the worst. It doesn't even look like he's slowing down that much. Gwen definitely just risking it for the biscuit, and it seems to pay off. More than a second ahead of second place, which is Afi. Grenadi, 1.7 seconds ahead. Carl Jr. now on a safe 9th place here. Really wanting to see if he can get that top 8. Only 7 points to his name. He's not in the top 8 in the total scores either. So he does want to push this as much as possible. Does not seem to get into the top 8 here in lap 4. Pack on top 8 though, trying to keep Carl Jr. and Spam behind him. Pack with 24 points to his name. Definitely a nice step for him so far. Oh, was that a mistake? I think that was a small mistake from Pack. He's going to lose a little bit of time there, and Carl Jr. is going to overtake him for that 8th place. Keep in mind, guys, that these players, they want to get as many points as possible in the first 4 maps, because that's where the points are. Another great section. Oh, Gwen unfortunately falling out, and Gwen is gonna lose that 1 second lead, jumping all the way down into 10th place, right behind Spam. Gwen is now not contending for the victory anymore, and Bren is taking the lead more than a second ahead of Grenadi. Grenadi has made a mistake as well, and Bren is now in such a nice position for the victory right here, going into the second to last lap. Mutta here on P3. He really wanting to take those points with him. He also needs it. He's also not in the top 8 positions in the total standings just yet. But a position 3 for Mutta would definitely be nice for him. Afi right behind him. 42 points to Afi's name. Definitely a good step for Afi right here. Let's see if the top 4 players are doing well. You see Mutta really slowing down on the pipe section. Mutta is not risking it at all. Carl Jr. has fought himself all the way up until P4, I think. P3 maybe. Carl Jr. fighting with Mutta for that P3. That is what happened. Afi is just behind them still. Bren continues to have 1.5 second lead until second place. Very, very nicely done. Nobody gets the penalty, the acceleration penalty, and we have Pack here on P8, 1.5 seconds ahead of Spam. Afi really trying to extend the 42-point lead that he has, except like Gwen has 47, but you know, he will take the lead if standings keep like this. Bren did lose a little bit of his lead, but he's still a second ahead of second place and 2 seconds ahead of third place. You can see just how far ahead Bren is, and Grenadi as well, actually. They're both just really leading the pack. You can see Afi really risking it right here. That is so fast. Mutta is slowing down so much in these pipe sections, making sure that he doesn't drop down. But then again, guys, you gotta remember, it is better to play safe than to play sorry. You know that getting that top 8 is more important than getting fast and getting the top 3. It's better to get top 8 than it is to get, to accidentally fail and get top 13, right? Bren getting the first place, Grenadi getting the second, Afi getting the third, Carl Jr., Mutta, Aurel, Worker, and Pack. Very nice to see Bren and Grenadi taking the lead with multiple seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Very well played by these players. Very well played by these players. And we have Binks here, unfortunately, in last place. Binks did so well in the start of the map, and he completely lost all of his sauce towards the ending there. You hate to see it. And we're going to jump into the next map, which is the second to last map, boys. And I will show you just which map it is. It is Poolside. Let's take a quick look at Poolside here. Poolside is a pretty difficult map in my opinion. I used a long time to get the author time here. It is somewhat consistent for most of the map, but even though some of the map isn't in the identity, it's still very, very hard. We have a jump here, a sausage jump over to a left-handed drift. You want to make sure you preserve as much exit speed as possible. Jumping over to this little water section, make sure that you don't wobble too much in the exit of that section, because you can accidentally lose control of your car. A left-handed dirt drift into a sorry, my throat is a little bit, into a grass section, another dirt section, a couple of drifts. You really want to make sure you keep an eye out on your gears on this map. Another jump into some water section right here, and this is really hard. You want to make sure that you don't lose too much speed from drifting, and that is really hard not to do if you have watery wheels. Now, going into the identity, you want to make sure you don't start drifting here on the plastic. You're going to lose so much time. So you're going to see the players actually slow down their car, and then go for smooth steering into the turns here. So we have 20 seconds to look at the people playing the identity. I can't see anybody do it. Yo, we have Binks going into the identity. He only has 10 seconds to do it, but it's nice just to see it. I don't think we're going to see it. 5 seconds. But you can see he's going to slow down. He actually elects to go for a drift into a straight line. That is a little bit faster, but it's also a little bit more risky. You can end up accidentally hitting the water too fast and then sliding out. Okay, guys. We're going into the first lap of Poolside. Everybody seems to be just neck and neck like you're expecting them to be here in the first round. Taking a look from the back, taking a look at Scrappy's perspective. Everybody does so just fine. Carl Jr. going for a really outside line. Is that going to give him more exit speed? I think it actually might do it. I've not seen anybody else do that line. Very, very nice to see Carl Jr. going for a little bit of an extra. Oh, we have Grenati making a mistake. Oh, no. Unfortunately, Grenati is already 6 seconds behind. Taking a look at this perspective from Worker so we can see if anybody else makes any mistakes. Scrappy actually does a bounce on the water. Doesn't even lose that much time. Very nice. Aurel going for an outside line. Let's see if anybody makes any mistakes in the identity. Looks like everybody does just fine. I don't see any major mistakes. Afi, unfortunately, hitting the inside line here. Afi is going to lose some time. Goes for the safe way in the start as well. So we have Afi and Grenati making some pretty big mistakes here already in the first lap, but they can come back. Maybe not in the top 8, but at least get a couple of points more if they keep their head in the game. Taking a look here. Kappa also making a little bit of a wonky line right there. That's what I was saying. You can lose a little bit of control on your car in that section. Just looked like Kappa accidentally had that happen to him. Worker hitting the outside wall and is going to lose a bunch of speed as well as the speed penalty. But Kappa also hitting a wall, also losing a bunch of speed. Taking a look at the top 8 players right here. A very, very safe field. Pack going for a super outside line. He's going to get more exit speed right here. Let's see what people elect to do here in the water section. Some people drift, some people no slide. It does look like Tween gets a little bit more speed for no sliding. Going for an outside line here towards the identity. People are doing just fine. I don't see any major mistakes. Nobody is going to drift out so far. And the identity is driven cleanly by the top 8 players of the field. Mutta is right behind him with Bren. But Mutta is really close right behind them. Carl Jr. and Mutta already here fighting for that P8 in lap 3. There is a little bit of a gap from Carl Jr. down to Bren. We're talking 400ths of a second, but we've driven 2.5 minutes, and that's... did I just see somebody bonk? Was that Scrappy? I think Scrappy bonked. Unlocko for Scrappy. Taking a look at the top of the field here. Oh, Masa also making a mistake. You hate to see it, boys. We're seeing some stir-ups in the map here. Now we have Brent Pack on the 8th and 7th place. Binks has got a really good lead here. 0.7 And Spam in top 3 as well, fighting with Gwen for the top 2 positions. Binks is so far ahead. Want to make sure that he doesn't do any mistakes. He goes for the drifty line. That's very risky. The drifty, risky line here in the identity. But it does save a little bit of time. And it does look like the top 3 players are doing just fine. Actually, the whole of the top 8 players are doing the identity smooth as butter. We're not seeing any major rustles in the top 8 positions right here. Taking a look at Mutta once again. He is fighting to trying to get that top 3 positions. Spam in the top 3 with Gwen and Binks. Very nice to see Binks in the top. Mutta taking a little bit of a wonky line. He's going to lose a little bit of exit speed. Carl Jr. also overtaking. Carl Jr. getting a lot of exit speed. Not sure where he came from. Very, very nicely done. He shoots up all the way until 6th place. Oh, he actually got down a little bit there as well. It's a very, very tight fight. 4th, 5th, and 6th are between 1.1 second of each other, guys. It's a very, very tight race. We have Spam 1 second behind Binks and Gwen 0.7 seconds behind. Spam going for that drift instead of a no slide after the water section, going into the identity once again, looking at the top 6 players right here. Is anybody going to make any mistakes? Binks is once again going for that risky line, and he does seem to be the only one who does it, but it also seems to be paying off greatly. Very nice. He does gain 0.1 seconds on Gwen with that line in the identity. Bren is only 0.1 behind. Orel getting that top 8 positions is super important. The second to last lap right here. This is where you also want to make sure you gain as much speed as possible. The last lap is going to be so hectic and the nerves are going to be there. This is where you want. Carl Jr. taking such an outside line, and you can see he actually gets a lot more exit speed. I think he's the only one who takes this line, but it does seem to pay off. Very nice to see Carl Jr. going for some alternate lines. It must be something he practiced on his own. Good to see. Good to see. Mutta in top 3 with Spam. Spam and Mutta in top 3. I think we saw a little bit of a shake-up there. Definitely some nice lines going into the identity. Let's take a look at the top 3 players. Let's take a look at the risky line from Binks. He does do it perfectly. Spam right behind. Mutta on 3rd. Carl Jr. trying to overtake. Spam making a small mistake. He's going to lose some speed, and he's going to jump down to 5th place. Binks is still ahead. 1.1 seconds ahead of Mutta and Carl Jr. Carl Jr. really fighting. It's really nice to see Carl Jr. here in the top 3 positions. He is not in the top 10 or top 8 players in the standings so far in the TMGL Step 4. So we want to see him do his best here. Hopefully he has cleansed his butt cheeks for this step. Taking a look at the top 2 positions once again. Spam, Mutta, Binks. Definitely a good fight. Taking a quick look at Tween here in P9. Really wanted to overtake Gwen. Really wanted to go up to that 8th position. Jumping into the next water section. We're nearing the end of the map. Let's take a look at the top 8 players right here. Actually, top 4 players. Who's going to take the win here? Binks is still in the lead. Mutta has taken 2nd. Carl Jr. trying to overtake, but Binks actually flying out, and that's what I was talking about. That's what I said. That is such a risky line. It's so much faster, but you also can accidentally get out, and Spam is going to take the 1st place. Mutta takes the 2nd. Carl Jr. takes 3rd. Pack 4th. Gwen 5th. Orel 6th. Tween, Papu 7th and 8th. And Binks actually jumping all the way down to a div or P12. Oh no. You hate to see it. Binks had the lead throughout the entire map just to throw it away at the ending. Such an unfortunate series of events for Binks right there. But that's what comes with taking these risky lines. These risky lines are risky for a reason. They're faster, but you can lose a bunch of time. Now, this last map is a very, very interesting map in my opinion, guys. It's called Launchpad. And I am looking forward to showing you this map, guys, okay? So let's take a quick look into Launchpad. So this map features a bunch of plastic. Plastic is a new surface introduced in the last campaign, but this campaign is the first one to actually use the plastic in the actual campaign. This means that a lot of players might not be as experienced with it, and we might see a few different lines getting taken in the plastic, but all of the players have practiced so much to get here. We see a ice section right here where you got to do 2 ice drifts and a jump into the next section. You don't want to take too much of the inside penalty ice. Small U-turn right here with the reaction boost so you don't fly out. Driving on the penalty sand right here into a plastic section. You can actually utilize a small optimization called speed drifting right here, where you wiggle your car a little bit to make sure you actually drift as much as possible with a tight line. A couple of tight drifts into the identity, which is a jump through not 1 but 2 ring CPs and flying down towards the next lap. Definitely a difficult identity right here. I've also tried this identity. I have not once got the identity to work well. So just throwing that out there. Now, guys, remember that the points that you go into this the points you go into this map with are the points you can get multiplying on. So, for example, if we take Gwen, if Gwen wins the first round here, he gets the ×2 multiplier. The first 4 rounds is going to be ×2 multipliers. Then we have 2 rounds with a ×3 multiplier, then 1 round with a ×4, and 1 round with a ×5 multiplier, guys. Now, Papu is in the lead. If Papu gets... No, he's not anymore. But if Papu gets the ×2 multiplier, he's going to get 2 × 29 points, which is 58 points, and he's going to end the step with that. You cannot get multiple multipliers, guys, okay? We see Gwen here in the lead on the ice. Mutta right behind him. Mutta is definitely also a known ice player. Only the first position here is going to be important. If you're not getting first, you're not getting anything. So we're going to see some people DNF right here. For example, Papu just DNF'd because he knows he's not going to be able to get first, and thus there's no real reason to keep playing the map unless you want some practice right here, okay? Afi, Mutta, and Gwen fighting for that first place. It's also interesting to see if any of these players are going to DNF right before the finish line if they don't want the ×2 multiplier. Some of these players are going to go for the ×3, ×4, maybe even ×5 multiplier if they're really, really confident on the map. Now into the second lap, the last lap for this round. Binks is actually right here. So unfortunate that Binks didn't get the win on the last map right there, because he only has 8 points to his name. That is not a lot of points to get the multipliers on, and those 25 points would have been super important for him. Mutta, Afi, and Gwen, top 3 players right here. Both Gwen and Afi have more than 60 points to their name, so that's more than 120 points they get if they get the ×2 multiplier. The question is, are they going to go for the multiplier, or are they going to DNF and go for the ×3, ×4, even ×5? Gwen is in a tremendous 0.6 lead in front of Mutta and Afi. Going into this last identity jump, let's see who's going to make it. Binks also trying to get it in there. Going for a 180 turn. Gwen is actually going to get it, and he takes the ×2. No, Gwen actually DNFs and gives Afi the ×2 multiplier. Gwen does not want the ×2 multiplier. It is too little for Gwen. But Afi takes it happily. Afi gets the 2 × 63. That's 126 points. You'd love to see it. Gwen does not need the ×2 multiplier. He wants the ×3, ×4. Now, guys, this is also a mental game. Now, people know that Gwen DNF'd now, which means that if you are on second place behind Gwen, you know that you're technically still in first, because he's going to DNF the next 3 rounds. Oh, but he made a mistake and he's back. Okay. Masa is taking the lead. It's such a close race in the beginning here. Papu getting a little bit too much of a drift. Not getting that much of the exit speed that he's looking for. Aurel, Kappa, Masa, and Binks fighting for the top positions right here. Unfortunately, Aurel clipping the inside wall. Kappa, Masa, and Binks, Mutta trying their best to maintain the lead right here. Kappa is only... No, he is not in the front anymore. Masa overtook him and is 0.1 ahead of Mutta right here. Binks really trying to push it as well, going into this first identity section. Let's hope that nobody makes any mistakes, but this is so difficult, guys. I cannot stress how difficult this is. Into a 180 turn, landing right here. Beautifully done by everybody. Binks actually overtaking the others with a little bit of a different line. Mutta on... Was that Mutta? I think that was Mutta. Unfortunately hitting the... or clipping the jump right there. Gwen on first. And as we just said, Gwen is not going to go for that ×2 multiplier. And Binks and Masa is right behind him. That means that Binks and Masa know that these two players are the... What did Gwen just do? Okay, Gwen driving on to the left, DNFing, leaving Masa and Binks to fight for the first place. Binks currently in first, Masa right behind him. Let's see who gets into this section with the plastic the best. Gotta utilize the speed drifting techniques. Binks is on first, 0.1 ahead of Masa, but they're so close, it's not over yet. Going into these tight drifts right here, we have a couple of tight drifts. This is one, this is two, and then a right-handed turn. Binks is still in first. Going into this last identity part, we're looking at the 180 turnaround. Who's gonna get it the best? Binks does seem to be lower than Masa, and Binks is gonna get it. Maybe, no, Binks actually missed it, and Masa's gonna get the ×2 multiplier on the second round. Getting those 94 points to his name. The question is if Binks intended to miss the finish, or if he did it on purpose, or if he accidentally did it. We can contemplate on that, guys. Binks does seem to have a pretty decent consistency on this map, and he only has 8 points to his name. So if he gets the ×2 multiplier, that's 16. He might be going for that ×5 multiplier so that he can at least get 40 points to his name. Gwen once again in the lead. Scrappy right behind him. It's a really tight pack right here. People trying to avoid that penalty ice as much as possible. We see Mutta up here as well. You want to land in as little of a drift as possible to preserve as much exit speed going out of that turn. We have Gwen in the lead once more. Pack right behind him. Kappa on third. Very nice to see. Getting these SDs in. Going in for the last couple of drifts before we see the first identity. Pack slowed down a little bit right there. Gwen also going for a little bit of a wonky line, I think. But it might be fine, I guess. Kappa and Pack. So many people making a mistake, and Pack actually gets the first place right here. So many people making a mistake at the ending, and Pack overtakes 3 people. Worker also getting the first, the contending for the first place. Grenadi is also up there with 61 points. Grenadi with 61 points can get 122 points to his name, just behind Afi if he chooses to get the ×2 multiplier. But Worker is in front. Spam is also trying to get it. We have not seen Spam get these multipliers before. We really want to see him trying his best to get this. Even a ×2 multiplier for Spam's name is going to be fine, but he unfortunately clips and goes out the map. Worker here on second, fighting with Kappa and Mutta for this first place. Kappa is in a pretty decent lead, 0.1 ahead of Worker. We only have a couple of drifts and the identity left. Let's see who gets the identity the best. Papu right here behind Kappa and Worker. Worker does not make it. Kappa is all alone in the start here, and Kappa does not want to get it either. No, he makes it. I'm sorry. He makes it, and Kappa gets the ×2 multiplier, getting the 48 points to his name. He was not going to DNF right there. Well done, Kappa. We only have a couple of more. We only have one more ×2 multiplier, and then we're gonna jump into the ×3 multiplier, guys. And you already know that once we head into the larger multipliers, we're gonna see people risk even more. Because those ×3, ×4, and ×5 multipliers, they're nothing to scoff at, guys. They're definitely super important, and people are going to risk their paints off to make sure they get those. So we're going to see some really nice lines going through, and really risky lines going through the next couple of laps here. But right now we see Mutta and P1. Unfortunately clipping, he's going to go down again. And Aurel and Grenadi now fighting for that P1. Very nice to see. Scrappy is in third. Oh, very, very tight field. Aurel has made a little bit of a lead for himself, but he cannot take it easy because everybody else is just behind him. Scrappy and everybody else going into the first identity. Binks right in front of him. Aurel, Grenadic coming out of nowhere. Aurel keeping the lead, unfortunately clipping the outside of the the checkpoint right there, the finish line. And Scrappy now taking the first place. Binks right beside him, or behind him, and Grenadic right beside that. Very, very interesting. Let's see if Scrappy can take home this ×2 multiplier, or if Binks or Grenadic is gonna see if they can overtake. Going into the ice section right here, we have a left-handed drift followed by a right-handed ice drift. Scrappy not getting a lot of exit speed, making sure to land in as much of a straight line as possible. Grenadic actually landing quite a lot of a drift, losing a lot of exit speed. Scrappy is maintaining the lead. Binks is really trying to overtake, and he actually does so successfully. Binks is now in the lead, but only by 0.02 of a second. And they're all neck and neck. Who's going to take the last couple of sections right here? We are looking to see who's going to do the identity the best. We're looking at less than 0.1 between the top 3 players. Binks is on the first place. Scrappy right behind him. We have Grenadic making a mistake, and Scrappy actually going for the cut, and Scrappy taking the second, or the 2 times multiplier, overtaking Binks. Very nicely done by Scrappy. Nice inside line. I couldn't tell if Binks actually DNF'd on purpose, but nonetheless, a very nice line by Scrappy right there. Scrappy now ending his step with 70 points to his name. Top 3 in points so far. Now, guys, is where we're gonna see the top players really contend for the ×3, ×4, and ×5 multiplier. We have 2 laps or 2 rounds with the ×3 multiplier, and we're gonna, I think, see people go for this. I don't know if Gwen is gonna, yeah, no, Gwen is not gonna go for that. I don't know if Gwen is gonna DNF again. I don't know if he has planned to take the ×4, ×5, but it is risky. Right now, I think is the best time to really go. Bren also making a mistake, taking a look at the top players right here. Tween and Mutta in the top. Mutta getting a 0.3 lead on Tween. Very nice lead. It does look like he's just chilling like Dylan the Villain here in the beginning or in the front. Going into the first identity section. Tween right behind him. We also see Papu. Tween making a mistake. Papu is right behind still. Mutta is still in first place, keeping that almost 0.5 of a lead. Aurel also making small mistake right here. So we're going to take a look at Carl Jr., Papu, and Mutta. They're 0.5 close to each other, but it does look like Mutta has a really nice lead, and he wants to make sure that he keeps this lead for as long as possible, preferably for the rest of the map. If he maintains this lead, he gets a 3 times multiplier on the 46 points that he has, and that's math. It's like 170 something points. Very nice. Mutta would definitely take that all the way to the bank if he can. It's not 170 something, it's 130 something, okay? Stop. It's 130 something. I've been live for a while now. Mutta is in the lead. Spam is just behind him. But Mutta is definitely 0.8 seconds ahead of the pack. All he needs to do is do this final identity, and he can secure himself a ×3 multiplier, and it does seem like he does so. Definitely saves the ending, and Mutta gets the ×3 multiplier, getting the 138 points. Please say that's right. Please say that's right. If that's not right, I'm embarrassed. 138 points. I'm so smart. I'm a genius. Well done, Mutta. Super well done. Okay. One more spot for the ×3 multiplier right here. One more spot for the ×3 multiplier. We're going to see all the players really try their hardest, because, you know, if anybody is saving their lines or saving that pace for the last couple of multipliers, you really need to get this one if you're not 100% comfortable with the map. If you don't believe that you have the same pace as, for example, Gwen. Gwen is in the lead once again, already 0.5 ahead of second place. Oh, and he makes a mistake, clipping the outside of the CP, and now Bren is in first place. Pack, Tween, right behind him. This is making you think if it was a mistake from Gwen not saying yes to that ×2 multiplier, but I'm sure that he might just, you know, have fun. I'm not 100% sure, or you know, the nerves are getting to him. Tween making a mistake here. Pack on second place right behind Bren. They're both so close to each other. Pack actually getting a little bit more exit speed out of that booster right there, and they're neck and neck, less than 0.1 beside each other. Yes, 0.1 differentiating Pack and Bren right here for the ×3 multiplier going into this drift, followed by a nice ice drift section. 2 drifts, 1 left and 1 right. You want to land as much straight as possible right here. Pack seems to land super straight. The same with Bren. We actually have Aurel fighting in here as well. So if Bren makes a mistake in the identity, Aurel has a possibility of taking that first place as well as the ×3 multiplier. But right now Bren has almost 0.1 to work with, but Aurel really trying to push it right here, going for the inside line, getting a really good drift, getting a really good second drift, and he's actually overtaking the first place. Is he gonna make the last identity here? Is Pack gonna go for the cut? No, but Pack actually overtakes here at the ending, and Pack gets the ×3 multiplier. Aurel making a mistake in the ending. Unfortunately, Pack getting more exit speed from the boost. And Pack is going to get a bunch of points here. I did not do the math, but we're seeing Pack ending up at 174 points, taking the first place of this step so far. Now, guys, looking at the ×4 multiplier, we're going to see people really trying hard now. And I know Spam. Let's talk about Spam. Spam really wants this multiplier to happen, and I hope for him that it's going to happen. I am cheering on him as well tonight. Bren in the lead right here. Gwen already making a mistake, but it's not over for him. Gwen is one of the people with a really good pace on this map, so he still has an option to overtake the rest of the pack. Bren is maintaining a steady position here in the front. Binks, Carl Jr., Aurel in the front as well. Papu there as well. Really trying to get that first place versus Binks. Papu and Binks less than 0.1 away from each other. Bren also trying to get in there. Let's see what the top 4 players do for the identity. I think Binks might be too low. Binks is out. Bren and Papu top 1 and top 2. Carl Jr. actually getting top 3, getting a really good landing right there as well. And it's not gonna be over yet. Carl Jr. can still get this done, but Bren really wants to extend his lead. What happened right there? I think Bren got a slowdown somehow. I'm not 100% sure how that happened. And Papu is now in the lead. Carl Jr. right behind him. Only 0.08 of a section differentiating the two. Who do we have? Aurel also jumping in. Papu slowing down a little bit. Bren going for a really inside line. Let's see who gets the best ice slides right here. It does seem like Papu is getting the best ice slides, but he does land in a bit of a drift, giving him a little bit less of the exit speed. Carl Jr. also made a mistake. He's now 0.7 behind Papu, and it's going to be either Aurel or Papu making this point or ×4 multiplier happen for them. Papu seems to be ahead by 0.2, and he's doing some really nice slides. Aurel really trying to push it here in the ending, and it's all up to the last identity. I think Aurel is a little bit too low. Really risky. Is Aurel gonna snipe Papu? And it actually happens. Aurel sniping Papu by going for a low line, and Aurel is gonna get the 4× multiplier ahead of Papu. Woo! What a great line by Aurel. What a great line by Aurel. Really risking for the low jump. And Aurel is going to end his step with 156 points. And the final round, the ×5 multiplier, guys. The ×5 multiplier. Let's see who's going to risk it for the biscuit. Let's see who's going to make it or who's going to break it. Papu so far is in the lead. Spam right behind him. Grenadi also trying his best to be up there. Gwen is now in the lead. Gwen really wanting this ×5 multiplier. Let's see if it was a mistake for him to say no to the ×2. He's in the lead. He's doing so fine. Grenadi is also really trying to overtake here as well. Getting a little bit more speed, but it does not look like he gets to overtake just yet. Papu here on 3rd place. Only 0.4 behind. Gwen has a healthy 0.2 lead to Grenadi. Is Grenadi catching up to him just slightly? No, there's actually getting more and more of a gap. Gwen is getting a bigger and bigger gap. Papu overtaking Grenadi right here. Papu going for such a high jump. Grenadi going for a lower jump. Gonna overtake once again. Gwen still holding that top 1 position. 0.4 ahead of the opposition. He goes so far up the wall. Is that gonna give him more exit speed? I think it might do so. And Gwen is gonna get more speed into the next section right here, extending his lead a little bit. Grenadi and Papu right behind him. Papu really trying to push it as much as he can, but it does not look like he's catching up to him. Actually, he's losing a little bit of speed. Now 0.5 behind. Gwen is extending his lead. Just 2 more ice turns down to this. Papu making a mistake. Grenadi is now in 2nd place. We see Gwen with a very healthy 1 second lead down to Grenadi. Is he gonna make the last section happen? Is he gonna do the plastic section perfectly, followed by the 2 drifts, followed by the identity? Let's see what he does here. 1 drift, 2 drifts, and a turn. Going into the identity, he is more than a second ahead, 1.5 seconds ahead. He just has to not risk it at all. And it does seem like we're gonna say hello to the ×5 multiplier for Gwen. Very well played. GG's for Gwen. Getting 5 times 68 points. That's 335 points if my math is quick and fast. Very nicely done. 340 points. My math is not great. Either way, well done by Gwen. And Gwen wins step 4. Taking a look at the standings, Aurel is in 1st, Afi, Masa, Grenadi. Aurel jumps up in 1st, Aurel jumps up in 2nd, Masa and Grenadi jumping down. Scrappy staying on 5th. Gwen getting such a good step, jumping all the way up until 6th place. Mudda and Pack ending out 7th and 8th. Brent, Call Jr., Papu, Binks, Spam, Worker, Kappa, and Tween closing out the bottom 16 positions. Very nice step. Very nice step. It was a pleasure watching it, guys. Now, I will jump in here. Thank you. So, guys, it was a pleasure doing this step with you. I had so much fun. I hope you had fun as well. My name is Jnic. I've been your caster for today. Hope you enjoyed the cast. And I'm just so happy to see all of you guys support me here. Hope you hope you enjoyed the raid, or not the raid. Hope you enjoyed the cast. I'm actually gonna stream a little bit more on my own channel right now. So if you want to see more, I'm still gonna be here. You obviously don't have to. I'm gonna stop the recording. I'm gonna stop the recording. So guys, I'm gonna continue the stream. I had so much fun with you. If you enjoyed my stream, or if you enjoyed my cast, feel free to follow my stream. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. I had so much fun. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the nice introduction into this whole section for me. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna rate myself, because I can't start my own stream while still being on this stream. Wait, no, I can. Oh, this is gonna be really scuffed. Guys, this is gonna be so scuffed. Okay, guys. So let's see. I had so much fun. I hope you want to join me in my own stream here that's gonna happen right now. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed Trackmania Grand League. I enjoyed casting it for you guys, and I will see you guys over on the other stream, or maybe one other time if Virtual wants to have me on his stream again. We can play something else. But with that being said, thank you so much for today, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Oh, and you guys can see me. So, by the way, this is super scuffed because what's its face? I'm streaming on my phone on the other stream. Hi, phone people. Look, this is my phone. I'm streaming on my phone on the other screen. Just yeah. Woo! So, and thank you for all the follows, by the way, guys. I appreciate all the follows throughout the day. I really appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. So, I will see you on my stream in just a second, guys. In just a second. And I will change from the phone to my actual stream, okay? Just give me a second, okay? And there we go. Hello to the people. Ah, you gotta love it. Oh my god, my face looks stupid right here. So I actually have to, before I can start the stream, I have to get my streamer key. So this is really scuffed, guys. This is really scuffed. I have to get my streamer key because I'm using, well, I'm obviously using I'm using virtual streamer key right now, obviously.